Alright, here we are with Exalted, Princess of the Universe, Season 4, Episode 11. We're here in August 2016. To my right, we have X playing Y.
Anthony playing the Wanderer.
Kevin playing the Killer Queen. Ian playing Longhorn Seawolf.
Peter as the Royal.
Nicole as the Majestic.
Alright, gang, so last session we ended on a bit of a nebulous note, no problem, but this session is Autocthonia, rescuing Void Within Without.
Rescuing. Quotation marks.
What? You want to rescue him?
Well, I mean, we also don't know what he's doing there either, so...
Bring him alive and or dead.
What?
We're gonna go
Just
see him,
kidding.
at any rate. It might be better for him to stay there, who knows? Maybe he doesn't need rescuing at all.
We're going for a trip and we'll see where it takes us.
He has a new energy source now, maybe it'll be better for him there.
Why am I bringing you people on this rescue mission?
So you're the
These
leader?
people are joking. I'm assuming so.
Yeah.
I don't... Okay, but he has Gremlin Syndrome.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He has
Oh,
Gremlin
no.
Syndrome.
Well, we
But-
can fix it.
Yeah, but we don't know that it's a tumor in-game. Do we?
Also, that's
No,
not Gremlin
no.
Syndrome. That's just the powers he gets. He probably still also has Gremlin Syndrome.
There's a void tech submodule he can take for the desecration cyst that metastasizes it through his body into his essence pump if he had one, which basically means his heart, which means to be everywhere.
That has hit the lymph nodes.
Yup. So you're in the magic meeting room. The Killer Queen is there, and she has that black shadow orb that the Mask of Winter's gifted to you.
She's kind of balancing on her fingers, rolling about,
It's a bomb, isn't it? I can just see it being a bomb.
handling it very indelicately.
So guys, what's the plan? Who are you bringing? What's up?
Well, I think we have some prep stuff to sort of check out beforehand, like returning the mirror to Mahasuchi.
Fuck him. Let's not have in the mirror. We're not done with it.
Aren't you done with it?
That can happen later. That's not really an urgent thing.
Yeah.
Also, weren't we, like, on the fence, like, whole thing where he might be that Infernal we're hunting? Because they have a habit of taking over famous old Exalt, so we don't really know what their deal is. And
Yeah.
that could be the case here. It's another Savage Exalt. Has all the markings of an Infernal.
Otherwise, we could just give it to one of our sidereal allies to deliver to him. We don't need to make a big personal thing
Serials
out of
and
it.
Lunars are natural enemies.
Really?
But don't we have...
Oh, the
Lunars?
wild-
Serials have spent the last millennia hunting and exterminating Lunars, and Lunars have spent the last while hunting and exterminating Sidereals.
They are, okay.
Yeah.
That'd be a mighty awkward.
So we'll just send one of our sidereal friends.
Second.
So, fooling you.
So yeah, I think that can wait until
Wait, don't you have a Sidereal kid? Just send that one. Yeah, that backfired, didn't it?
So yeah, I think that can wait for now. Or it can just be done.
I don't feel like we should give it to him because...
Yeah, I think we should.
Why were we giving it to him again?
Because
Just
he
so...
asked us to, and we don't want it or need
Because
it or
if
anything.
he doesn't give it, and he knows we have it, bad
What,
things
he'll
might
go,
happen.
to, he'll go to war with us from in another direction?
No, not war, just send some assassins.
If we want another one,
Good
we'll
luck.
just shoot the moon.
Yeah.
That-
Like, we don't need it, and
You're
he
the
wants
girl
it,
bananas.
and we said he could have it.
Yeah.
So,
Void
Yeah,
on
then
it,
we'll just
but-
tell him that we
but
don't
Void's
have
not
it.
here.
If we're arguing
Tell
about
him-
this, do
tell
we
him
have
the
to
mask
figure out
stole
what
it.
that
My
mirror
original
ended up
plan.
doing on her spirit
Oh, yeah.
quest?
yeah, we should talk to her.
Yeah.
She saw a bunch of visions of Luna and Gaia.
Oh, did she feel more powerful? Did she, I don't know, was it useful?
This is a Lapis mirror situation. Has
Well-
knowledge.
No, she went on a vision quest. She doesn't know what the results of that are.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, you should know. Your whole culture is about that. Come on,
Wow.
Oh.
We need to get out the pan flutes, Ian.
Well, if she doesn't, yeah, then I don't care. We can give it back to Mahasuchi. Fine.
Let's.
Well, I mean,
Did
he wants it for a reason, and we can't figure that reason out.
Because
Because it's an old
it's-
gift of his.
It's
He
an
got it from
ancient
It's
lunar
powerful.
artifact.
It does things.
he got it from his solar mate at one point, didn't he? Wasn't that the
Lunar
big
mate.
thing? Lunar-
So,
He's
no,
Lunar.
Yeah,
Right.
he's the lunar.
I really don't like getting things for people that are sketchy. It always
It
feels like
gives
it's gonna
us
back.
He's
Brain-
like, hey, I want something from you guys in order to give you guys what you want.
What did
We're
we
like,
even
what do you
want from him?
We want free reign in his territory to move as many troops in and around it as we.
But why do we need
And-
that?
Because we're
Be-
trying to track down the Infernal.
Exactly.
Yeah. Remember we
And-
parked our
and-
giant flying pyramid and didn't want to go into his domain.
Yeah.
That's why.
And I'm sure he'd be willing to help us too find.
If he's not the Infernal himself, or if the Infernal's not high-ranking and in disguise like the others have all been.
Just saying. It's
If
better
he turns
to
out to be
have,
infernal, then it will be way easier.
better to have him on our side than against us.
Yeah. You should just already be on
That's
No,
not.
you
that's
should
not
be
how
on
it
his
works.
side.
Yeah.
So anyway, why don't we leave that for now?
Yeah, it doesn't really
Okay. Do you want to set up something with Slum Mongrel in the background?
What?
Horns? We were talking.
Oh, that's yeah.
Several party members check out of this conversation.
blah, blah, blah.
It's Thorne's business. I just don't
Yeah.
care.
Yep.
Yeah, you were saying something about like sending like him there to like start. I can't remember what you were saying.
Well, he's an accident of smuggling and stuff like that. So,
Oh yeah, smuggle and resources to like build like underground resistance kind of thing.
well, there is some resistance in there already. It's a matter of supplying them with more stuff, doing it sneakily, and
And I mean, I'm pretty sure I could probably sneak some of even my guys in. There's like 2 whole cities that are just empty all the time. I'm pretty sure I can, hide some people there.
yes, and they'll stand out like a sore thorn.
Not if they hide, like people do.
Yeah, and where will they get all their food?
Smuggle it in with slum mongrels.
See, so we should send Slum Mongrel out there to start smuggling.
Start up like a trade route, kind of like smuggling route kind of thing.
We can be a normal trade route and cover it up with.
Or just like
Oh, yeah.
using it for artists. Like the mask won't see that coming. Like he's directly connected to us.
Well, it's an accidental smuggling. If he can smuggle things in, then I don't think anyone can.
He's got that point.
So you guys gonna call it Slum Mongrel?
Worth a shot. Can't hurt, that's for sure. Can't
Alright.
make it worse.
That's
Could hurt
what
him.
you think.
Slum Mongrel stumbles into the magic meeting room. He has like one of those kind of waste satchels that are full of bottles and half-eaten fruits and stuff, and there's like a watermelon that has a hole in it. He has a drink in his hand. Hey, lawgivers. What are you up to? What can we do? You want to fly somewhere? You want to get in my ship? My ship's my home now.
We haven't used that ship in literally like 20 years.
You tore it apart and turned it into his house.
Yeah.
So
That's
he
what I
used
mean.
it.
We haven't used that ship in 20 years.
Bottle falls out of his satchel, breaks on the ground. He just kind of sits down on a chair, Riker style from TNG.
It was some kind of party. So yeah, we'd be interested in setting up some smuggling business in Thorns, since we want to support their resistance.
I'm
there.
pretty good at smuggling.
Yeah, that's why we called you.
All right.
Sharp as a tack this morning.
Yeah.
What are we smuggling to Thorns? Gold? Chocolate? Children's teeth?
Where do you even get these things? No, supplies for the resistance.
Well, you get gold in the mine, Wanderer, and you get chocolate from berries, and children's teeth comes from children.
Have you even set up a resistance there yet, or is this just?
Well,
Yeah,
this
who
is-
am I delivering
That
to?
is the starting of this. And I'm sure there is one there, because they can't all be that dumb.
Shouldn't
Well,
you
you did
establish
get-
resistance?
You did get
before-
intel there.
You're gonna smuggle weapons to a toast. That's
Well-
it. It's just
Apparently,
There's a room with a bunch of weapons there, but there's nobody to use them.
He's like
So-
standing by the corner of the room with one of his bottles, and he's trying to feed the perfect swan.
so yeah,
I'm going to allow this.
apparently there is already resistance there. It's run by the realm, but we might as well chip in.
I mean, they can be converted since the realm's not helping them, that's for
Well,
sure.
Exogen's not the solar knight, they're lunar, so he's fine.
Are you sure it's not the Mask of Winters creating a resistance to just cause extra turmoil because he's just crazy like
That's
that?
actually a good point, but the irony of that would be even better if the resistance did overthrow them. They'd be like, how did this even happen? I did it
I'm
Well,
so
if
good.
I'm so good that I overthrew myself. Wow.
Where either way, you can start playing his game and then, see where that goes.
So I smug my shipping people into Thorns. Human mailing.
Well, I guess.
I mean, it's just traveling if they go willingly.
Well, I guess it would be nice.
We'll traveler them in.
Let's not travel with them, man. Let's keep him out of this.
Well, I guess we'd like to
His
do
name.
a reconnaissance, see whether there's the resistance there, or have they died?
Call
by now.
Admiral Sand?
No, resistance in Thorns.
Why haven't we contacted the Traveler about this? Why haven't you? He's like an expert infiltrator.
Whoa!
He infiltrated us
What? Whoa! Who was I supposed to call? I didn't call the Traveler.
no,
she
you.
was,
She meant
she was
the
talking to the
Not you,
woman.
honey.
All right.
She was.
He's like put the bottle upside down, and there's like a bit of like sheep intestine tubing on the end of it, and he's set up a little funnel because the bottle's stuck to the webbing.
Never you, honey. You're perfect in every way.
Well, first of all, I'm pretty sure he isn't like us. Second of all, remember that time that he left that Devastator thing in our city? Yeah, that was really fun.
Oh.
He probably shouldn't do things like that. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
and
guys
remember that
box.
other time that he failed that assassination attempt for some reason? Unbeknownst to us? In
If
any
only
way
you didn't
possible?
keep spitting in his face, maybe he'd be more willing to work with us.
Oh,
I
if
don't
only-
know.
If
Said his
only-
name about a dozen
if only-
times now, he's bound to show up.
If only he didn't, like, gut one of our circle mates and wear his skin.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
Slim Mongrel, you're drunk, I get it.
That guy. What was his name?
What was his name?
Don't even remember his name.
It was the Traveler. That's how much you cared about him.
No, not the Traveler. I don't remember, like, the
I'm
guy's
glad
actual
you guys
name.
like
The Traveler?
That was his name.
No, like the player's name.
The
Who was
character
that
name.
guy?
Was he impersonating?
Jeremy.
Man, I hope he doesn't listen
I
to this.
actually.
I had forgotten
did.
Jeremy's own goddamn
That's
name.
what I meant. I knew he was the Traveler, but I'm like, who actually played that character?
You care so little about the Traveler. You didn't even know his name. The same name he carries today.
The
Not the
same
same
name that started the conversation.
Queen, it's not the same person. Do you
Okay.
realize that, right? It's-
Didn't you know him the longest as the Traveler before he became the Traveler?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
What
you
he
knew him
said.
for like a week before he became the Traveler.
Yeah, he was with us for like, wow.
The whole time, like 90% of the time.
I went drinking with that guy. Just.
I went drinking with that guy. We knocked over some buildings with his,
What? Where?
with his animal, that terror beast.
So isn't it likely that the Traveler we bonded with is the Traveler of now?
Are you guys still hung up on him tricking you?
No, I'm just saying. I mean, if we hadn't opened that box or anything, he might be of huge assistance here.
Wasn't it
No,
a
if he
useless
didn't-
box
if-
anyway?
If he didn't act super shady about the box, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Exactly. Same with the party.
The Queen just lays under the
Right?
table. A few bottles come rolling out.
Alright, so what slaves am I selling to Thorns?
No, they're not slaves.
Supplies. Food.
Oh, wait, no, I see what you mean now. I follow now, don't worry. Takes me a second. I'm like, what do you... No, slaves are bad. It's like,
Slaves are
oh,
bad,
pretend
I
slave.
don't know how they can be bad, Wanderer. It's free labor.
They have to build it right.
You people.
I mean, yeah, the economics are sound.
Why is he here? Why did we want... I'm going to call the Traveler.
You
Fuck this
wanted
guy.
Dude.
Okay, I'll just go back to my home.
Art, that's...
Were you about to say?
Is this really something you want to start before we go for who knows how long with no oversight?
I mean...
But my lord,
But then when we get...
your projects will not be without oversight.
And I mean, you're very good at economics and stuff, honey, but this is infiltration and...
Subtlety. Not really your strong suit. It's like...
I'm not sure that's your...
I could delegate. Micromanage. Yes.
I'm not the biggest fan of the
It's out
Countess,
of
but
my
we should get
hands.
stuff done.
If I don't touch this at all,
Yeah,
if I don't touch this at all, then it's not my fault.
yeah. I wash my hands of this Wool Thorns business.
That's because you're all cowards!
So,
Smash.
Wanderer, what do you want to do? with Thorns?
I think that sounds right. I mean, I trust the Countess to get the job done, if nothing else.
All right. So what do you guys want the Countess to do to Thorns?
I don't know, what we were just talking about. Sneaking people in and supplies in and
Oh.
helping resistance and whatnot.
They want the Countess.
Not the
capture
Countess to do
Thorns
that.
for
Get
us.
Slum Mongol to do it or something.
I
I didn't tell him to.
out.
I didn't tell him to leave. I just
you
got mad at
basically
him. That's
told
not the
him to
same
leave.
as leave.
You said, "Oh, I want to
But
travel
what-
instead. He's better."
I said maybe we should call him, and he took offense to that and walked out.
He's allowed to talk in a meeting room. Like I feel like
Well, he wanted me here.
It seems like doing the resistance won't help because they're never going to be able to actually defeat
yeah.
the mask. so it's pointless, and we'll just get them killed?
Yeah, but it's more like the resistance, like, I'll have a bunch of my troops already in the city to pop out in a similar fashion to what the Mask did.
Okay.
The time that I fought.
Who do
in
you
the
care
city.
about more? Void or the Max?
Let's see. Child of Oblivion, or
Yeah.
how many innocent souls that are being manipulated as we speak for the
He's
last...
my age. He's like 30.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. We should definitely
Still a child.
Stop
go
calling
get
him
him now, because we don't know what he's doing
Yeah.
in
Yes.
Autocthonia. He could be doing anything.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
could be murdering
He could be
babies.
doing anything. He could even be doing nothing.
Drinking baby blood.
Yeah, I
for
mean, no
breakfast.
offense, but we're not going to sit around here for like a month while
The
we
Countess
wait
is just
for you
like, the music,
I never wanted baby blood. Don't even.
But they're willing to sacrifice.
She shoos away the servant with like the servant glasses.
I imagine like a soup waltz. She's like, no, he doesn't like it anymore.
She doesn't like it in
failed
front
her.
of people.
The count, yeah. After the Countess kills him, just slaps that servant across the face. You have failed your majestic.
I mean,
Oh.
I don't really think we need to, like... I'm pretty sure the Countess can micromanage.
Okay.
Pretty sure, like... like
Micromanaged like a boss.
I mean, I feel like Slummongrel knows what he's doing, and then I'm pretty sure the Countess will make the right call if it needs to stop because it's not working. She's not stupid.
Okay, so you give him...
Fanatical.
Okay,
I
so-
will consult with your many exalted brethren who live within the cradle of solar civilization,
I don't know.
and we will put into motion several plans we've been discussing over the years. There are so many projects left unfinished. Yes.
If my father's circle is here, you should speak with them as well. They may have insights.
Yes! Your father is already in the operating theater of Void Within Without.
I had a feeling it was going to steal Void's room.
We are working on a few solutions to Thorns, and one of them should be the last solution we'll have to design,
Wait.
to put some finality to the problem, as the sun intended.
Very good.
To be
Countess.
clear,
Okay, wait, elaborate?
we want the least amount of casualties possible.
Radio's down, dump it all.
Of course, Shining Majestic. I would not dream to gainsay the will of the lawgivers. Your insight flows through me, and your servants, and your worshippers, as the light flows through the riverbed and shows all below the treasures that lie at the depth of your wisdom upon the ocean of creation.
Okay, so what is this final plan that you got?
You know, like surprises.
No!
Do you not like surprises, Wanderer?
Not in this case. Not when it comes to fight.
Okay, we can deal with that when we come back.
Yeah.
But when it comes back, it's probably going to be mostly complete.
She's clicking her claws together and starts backing out of the room.
And then she's
slowly.
going to be really
smiling.
mad. And then she's going to be really mad when we
The
come
door
back
shuts, leaving
and
a
the
shadow
plan
on
is
her
done.
face.
And it's some evil, like...
And then you'll
Jeff
be able to say
Beam.
no.
Well, that's taken care of.
But
Okay.
we don't even have any information. Just let her
Okay.
walk out.
She'll manage it.
I need to talk to your dad.
Okay. Next on the agenda. Urvar's situation in the alchemicals. They plug themselves in there finally or not?
No, God, no. Who would plug themselves into Uvar? It's a gremlin-infested shithole. They're working on saving the city and
Okay.
making sure that it's good. They're not getting a metropolis down there.
Okay.
We should bring colonists. I don't know how long we'll be there, but setting up a semi-permanent establishment there while we...
Yes,
search.
Den Mother. This is your Tarok daughter. It would be a good idea to bring a steady supply of renewable resources when you venture forth into the Great Maker's chasmic body.
Well, so what's our escape plan if this orb thing guts us in?
That's something
We'll
we'll have to figure out when
figure it
we're
out.
there.
So, half
We
gone.
should
Got it.
take some of the alchemicals with us that way.
Yeah, I was actually going to say we should bring, like, Optimus or something. Or at least Nightman.
Nightman has already agreed to come. I believe bringing one of those slurry machines might be a wise idea as well. It's...
Perhaps my brother should accompany?
Yes, I have already made arrangements with him as well as Baiju, so she... the Abyssal daughter.
Well, we can bring supplies.
I will get together some of the happiest, fattest, longest-lived colonists to go to accompany you.
Excellent.
So
And she skulks off in the same manner as her mother, the killer, the countess.
just like slowly back down the room.
Well, we can bring supplies and forms
Because
along.
we turn them into food? Is that what she's saying?
Oh, that's what she thought you guys meant. You want to bring colonists in case you run out of food.
No! God damn it!
Just to clarify, that's what she's saying. Just store them in the meat grinder to make slurry.
No!
Are you sure?
Will you
Use
sacrifice?
fire like civilized people.
We're not doing that. We're never doing that. It's never
Okay.
going to be a thing.
If you want to bring portable food, why don't we bring some ambrosia? It's quite compact and can expand to vast feasts.
This
Only we'd be able to eat that, though. Any of the colonists we brought, if they ate it, they would become quickly addicted because they're mortal. And I think what we should do is speak with one of the Autocthonia cities, get our hands on one of the slurry machines, or figure out how to build those. Majestic can recreate those probably very easily, and that way we can harvest what we can in Autocthonia.
I mean, at least be a.
Do you want to bring Nightman in on this
Yeah,
meeting?
Well,
yeah. Actually, we'll call him.
I don't know why. He's
What
not
was the
here.
Blues' name?
1 second.
He blew himself.
While Kevin's looking it up.
Strega.
Oh, I guess it's done.
Damn.
All right, so Nightman and Strega walk in.
They're just bros now.
I mean, they're both Autochthonian-y. It's like lawgivers, like parents, parents, godparents, creators. Do you have a mission for me?
Boy, howdy.
Yes, we would like the two of you to accompany us to Autocthonia.
All right.
And we are discussing ways to survive there. Nutrients, colonizing, that manner of thing. We are hoping to strike up a colony there, since we don't know how long this mission will last.
He's just nodding at you slowly.
Also talking to Nightman as
Oh,
well.
Nightman's
Yeah.
he's just watching this exchange. Just kind of walks in front and grabs a seat at the table. Okay. The reaches of Autochthon's body are suicidally perilous to mortals. That's why they have cities. The cities keep them safe from the body. Autochthon's body is not built for people to live in, because it's a giant living engine machine, and Autochthon can't be hurt by machines, so there's no reason for there to be any safety or limits or
Guardrails.
protections.
How difficult would it be to terraform a small area into a temporary encampment?
Depends on where we end up. His organ continents are enormous. We could end up in the pool of metal, pool of smoke. If we're in the pool of lightning, it's not going to be a great thing.
I can just conduct lightning.
Can we find a way so that we know where we're going to end up?
I
we don't know where-
don't know. Did
we
you get that information from the Mask of Winters when you went to talk to him?
No, we just have this.
Do we even know how to activate it? I mean, probably just put
We'll
essence in
figure
it.
it
But
out.
Use it at a man's, essentially.
I think a Mance or a Domain, I think.
Yeah, I think a domain.
and like, how much stuff can we bring through it? Is it just like a portal, or is it gonna like insta teleport the whole room, or?
Well, if it's big enough, we'll simply take the entire ship. If not, we'll file through.
Yeah, if we take the ship, we don't need to erect anything. We just live in the ship.
That would be...
Yeah, but the ship might get stuck
Yeah.
because we might start somewhere where it's there's enough space for it. But then if we have to go through tunnels,
Yeah. That would only be a temporary solution as a housing unit as well.
But at least
yeah, I know.
It transforms.
his ship does.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So it could
people
be
would
a
need to live.
small
We're
encampment.
talking about like probably your ship because
Oh,
so we
God.
could bring like
That's a
people.
bad
to,
idea.
so
That's not gonna.
No,
well, we can't really fit a bunch of people in his ship.
Well, I mean,
Doesn't his
unless
ship
it
only
just
hold?
goes straight the entire time, because then it can go through walls. But
but we don't know where we're going because it can only
Like his ship is fine
dematerialize
because he can put it in his
with
pocket.
space.
Also,
Well,
I need to bring the Iniquitous.
We could
That's-
sleep in my pocket.
Yeah.
why do we need to bring the?
I have some
Iniquitous?
equipment I'd like to bring as well.
Oh, if I don't attune to that thing every week or so, it goes
You don't want to leave that
That is a
here.
really good fail switch.
wrong.
That's a liability.
That's
So,
a
like, if
really
they
good
kill-
dead man switch.
No, it's not. That means if she decides to go on like a binge and
Yes,
like forgets
it
about
also
it.
means if something happens to her, we still have to deal with it. It's a very good dead man switch.
With those,
Yes, that
What's
was
with
my
those air quotes?
yeah, what was with those air quotes?
that was my
there?
intention the entire time. If I die, it'll take everyone with me.
I mean,
Yes.
I don't know.
It can try.
I mean, why else would you put that Soulbreaker orb in its chest cavity?
I know, right?
Wait, did someone just say that?
Nightman said that.
How could-
You can hear him kind of smiling through the visor.
Well, we needed a sobriquet, right?
Now you ruined the surprise.
Really?
Totally
Really?
unreasonable.
Really? It is unreasonable. Just a little bit, because I could go off. Isn't that thing parked in 1 May
No,
right
I'm not
now?
saying that's unreasonable. I'm saying they're stupid for thinking that it's unreasonable to think that that's like the reason.
What
they're
I would
here.
do-
You lost me. You said reason too many times.
Nightman was gonna imitate the Countess, but people seem to.
Is it possible to create a what's it called, Shadowland in Autocthonia?
No, don't do that.
Yeah, really don't do that. Come on.
They have Shadowlands in Autocthonia. It's called Gremlin Syndrome.
Oh,
They don't need more.
All right, lawgivers, do we need to go over what Gremlin Syndrome is again?
No.
All right, just
No.
I was thinking if we could change the
You're
nature
supposed to
of
be
an
the
area
smart one.
somehow.
what do you mean change the nature of it?
Terraform it, like what we do with the
The wild.
no, not the wild, the statue we have, the Buddha statue.
The
Penitent?
penitent?
Yeah, the penitent. We change the nature of the self. We could do that in a small area.
That is far beyond the scope of what you're talking about. You'd
Yeah.
have to be dealing with the divine ministers or Autochthon himself.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a small area though, not the entire
I mean,
direction.
couldn't-
Too much.
Couldn't we contact like one of these ministers and try to like just gain refuge in a city? The only problem is we don't know where we're gonna punch
Don't we
through.
want to
But
wake up a Talkthon too? Like while we're in a Talkthon getting void, don't we just want to wake them up as
yeah,
well?
are you gonna try
No.
and convince those
Oh.
ministers to all agree?
That seems like an entirely different mission altogether.
Well-
And we don't know if that's exactly what's best yet. I think we can just deal with the gremlins ourselves.
a while back, Nightman did bring that up, that the divine ministers might not agree to wake up Autocthon, but there are other ways apparently, or you might not need the minister.
Yeah, but also there's billions of, I'm assuming, people living there.
Yeah, but waking up a Talkthon would be good for them.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't. It would kill them.
Yeah,
No,
because
No.
Are you
I
sure?
thought he was
He was awake when he
Started, yeah.
Yeah,
shepherded
thought
those
he,
people
like,
into his body.
I thought he like
Yeah.
turned himself inside out or something.
Yeah.
Though.
Conceptually.
Oh.
But no, when Autochthon was awake, the land of brass and shadow was never more safer for mortals because he
He could
could
regulate his
personally
own body.
regulate his own. Yeah, he just kind of looks, hands
Yeah.
off to the killer. He's like, "Yeah, you got it." He
Yeah.
could regulate his own body.
He had
So
proper
we-
antibodies.
Alright, I don't understand why there was ever an argument of why we wouldn't wake him up then.
Because
We
I
had
don't
like
question-
we had like an entire session long argument about it.
I don't
No,
question
no,
why you guys
no.
argue.
No, I think we were
We
talking
had-
about him being reformatted, which is
Yeah.
bad.
No,
Yeah,
both.
don't do that.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what the
We had an
virus-
argument between whether the Viator of null space is in any right or not, but we came to the conclusion that we don't want him to do anything out of it. We didn't discuss waking him up.
I mean, I
That's a
think we
possibility.
touched on it, but
The only reason why we might not want to do it is because that might be going against his divine will, because, well, maybe he put himself to sleep
Yeah.
for a reason.
well, he can put himself back to sleep. Then is my thing.
Well, maybe
my answer
it
to
would
that.
be interrupting his giant spirit quest, something beyond our comprehension, but I
Hasn't
don't know.
Gremlin Syndrome gotten like a billion times worse since he's been asleep though?
Yeah,
You keep using that number. It's fascinating. How
it's
how
hard
high
to
is it?
quantify.
It's all the fuck she gives.
Yes?
It's a
My
nice.
man's not a math guy. You're talking about billions? It's like, what?
What's up?
How many are billions?
It's hard to quantify that because A, we weren't around when it started.
This guy was.
Yes, but
It
Not
has
when
got-
it started, but
It has gotten, from what the reports I've read,
worse.
a large amount worse.
You could even say billion times worse.
I don't know. Is it a billion? How much is a billion?
Repeating
I
words.
don't know. I'm just trying to troll at this point.
Who teaches you these words?
I don't know. The
It's
one
like Charlie when he hears a Big Mac say the word jabroni. He's like, "You keep using this word jabroni, and I gotta say, I am loving it."
Okay.
But no, that's actually a fairly salient point. If the Great Maker went to sleep for a reason, you can't unring that bell.
yeah,
Well,
but
if there was anyone in creation that could unring that bell, it would be the Exalted, technically.
if it's an emergency, I mean, wasn't he only supposed to be asleep for so long or something?
Well, plus,
There
he,
was never any wake
Oh.
up date.
plus he also sealed himself the Seal of Great Divinities, and that's already...
So there's no way
Gone.
that we can, like, I don't know, like Steven Universe visit his dreams
Well,
and
Not-
like,
no.
and like talk to him and just ask him himself.
I
not his
mean-
ministers.
his ministers are him.
Yeah.
Okay, well, they're always gonna bicker and stuff because they're all like
Well,
different
I don't know.
shades.
You
of
guys
them.
haven't talked to them.
Yeah, I vote while we get Void, we do this too, because we're already there.
What if we... Do you know how big Autocthonia is? It's been mentioned before. How
Bigger,
vast it is.
yeah.
Bigger than creation.
This
isn't it?
seems way outside of the scope of our original mission to locate, the
Well,
ministry.
depending upon
What are
how
we gonna
long
do?
it takes
How
us
are we
to
gonna
get
gather
Void.
like them all
Okay.
in one room?
Do we know?
kind of
Because
thing?
when we went to the wild, time went differently. Does time go differently in Autocthonia as well?
As far as I can tell, the water clocks they use are synced.
Okay, good.
Interesting.
So that's nice.
I think that might
That
be
makes sense though.
that might be a target of opportunity if we happen to be able
yeah,
to.
if we have a chance, I think we should do it. If not, no.
I don't think we'll be able to talk to them all, especially if we can't bring a ship.
Well, we don't know how long it will take, where
Well,
they
probably
are.
all together in like a council.
Doubt it.
Yeah, I thought they were like leaders of different
Well, they
cities,
need
kind of thing.
No. They hang out in the elemental pole of crystal. It's
Yeah.
kind of like your
All of them?
version of Yushan.
Oh,
Do all of them hang out there, or don't they?
They have their own homes and
Yeah.
beauties.
stations that they control stations, but
Ah.
they do convene there to design new spiritual ex machina.
so I guess it's not wouldn't be that hard to gather them. I was assuming
Provided
we.
we.
You'd
go
have to
by-
find the core, though.
Yeah.
The center of the elemental pole of crystal, where the divine ministers hold court, is the core. It's the ninth minister.
Yeah.
It's a location.
Okay. Well, I'm sure we can get directions.
I'm great at finding things and
Go
getting
down.
places, so
Okay. So I guess we'll deal with it when we get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Yep.
All right, guys. So it looks like you're all prepped up. It is time for our favorite game.
One last thing, I would like some input from Asna Firstborn and Lura Noon about whether they want anything from there, like maybe some sub-minister to help.
As a firstborn, does not take your call.
No, just send it like that.
She's busy.
Okay.
She'll add it to the schedule.
Okay.
When she gets a break,
Well, that's about the breaks because
well, when she gets a break and she gets through her other scheduled meetings,
well, then maybe the Lura Noon, the guy that answers only to Luna and is sort of also in the Bureau of Divinities, the Destiny.
what do you want from him?
Well, maybe he'll have an input whether we should ask Autocthonia to bring someone here or not. As in, some
Autocthonia is so far outside of their purview. Like, Luna is only really connected to Gaia, and Gaia is like the polar opposite of Autochthon.
Okay.
None of the gods in Yushan know how to deal with the Autocthonia problem.
Okay.
Like it is night and day, dude. It's a different world.
Okay.
Much in the same way as with the Yozis. Like, they don't deal with Malpheus.
We should try and integrate like gods for alchemicals into our system.
They deal with Autocthonia, our gods deal with creation. That's a good divide. pretty
Yeah,
much.
but the two are blended now.
No, they're
So-
not.
No, they're not.
connected.
Machine gods are quite different.
It's like saying that the underworld is blended
I know,
with
but
creation.
there's alchemicals living in creation now under our domain.
Alchemical exalts, yeah.
Not gods though. Gods are their own thing.
Yeah.
They have stuff to manage in Autocthonia.
Yeah.
They would.
okay.
They would.
Yeah, Ex
No, I
Machina and
put
machine spirits.
like gods from creation. Give them new jobs to help deal with the
No,
alchemicals
no,
in
no, no,
creation.
no,
All
no,
those
no. You
jobs are
don't want
filled.
that.
They're
Wow.
very different things.
One,
They're-
all the jobs are filled, and the ones that aren't filled, if a god shows up in Autocthonia, the machine spirits will find it, take it, and render it down to
No,
resources.
I mean for our heaven, for alchemicals in creation,
That's gonna cause so much political. Like, imagine how pissed the gods
to
would get.
integrate like
Yeah.
them into
Okay.
our systems.
They're
and stuff. I
stealing
don't know.
our jobs.
wait,
Yeah.
like Autochthonian gods?
Yeah,
No,
you
just
want
people to represent Autochthonians in creation, kind of thing.
So-
Like we have our representations, kind of thing. I don't know. I'm not explaining it
Yeah,
well.
alchemicals.
They probably
Embassy.
should have an embassy if that's what.
Yeah,
they
basically.
probably
Don't they
should
have
have an
Well, they
embassy.
sort of do.
Every one of those outposts is an
Yeah.
embassy.
Yeah,
for
but
different
not
nations.
not like in
Okay.
government.
Yeah, but the nations aren't a united front. Each nation represents itself.
Yep.
Many of them are enemies. There's no one world unite
That's
UN.
why. That's why we wouldn't get like an alchemical guy because he'd
Okay.
be biased.
So with the mortals.
Okay.
At least
The best thing you do in Yushan is start a convention about Autocthonia, but all the Sadiras are already busy enough with everything that they wouldn't have
Like, there
time
is a
for this.
Sidereal who was assigned a convention on Autochthon.
Yeah.
It was a joke position, and now it's relevant.
Yeah.
He's like,
The
oh
poor
god,
guy.
all this paperwork. I've been ignoring it.
Clever Fox.
Is that his name?
He's
That's adorable.
Fox Mulder. He spent his entire life
Yeah.
trying to find the secrets of Autocthonia, and
Isn't he a Sidereal?
the truth is, he's the Sidereal on the convention for Autocthonia.
And he was right the whole
He had a
time.
Scully Sidereal.
She was a spider.
Right. Wonder if she had a lazy.
Don't be shitty.
Wait, did she have a lazy eye?
She had a super lazy.
Don't make fun of Gillian Anderson.
I've never noticed. So there you
She
go,
is an
Gillian
ass-
Anderson.
She is a treasure.
So, I guess now that we decided that we don't do anything there. Yes, let's proceed.
Okay,
All right, guys. So the music has started. Who are you bringing with you?
everyone.
Nightman.
Nightman.
Anvil of the Night.
Your father.
Should we bring the Ixilgal?
The what?
Let's see.
I'll bring the Wolf Hunter if he wants to go.
Wolf Hunter.
I'll bring Rosewag if she wants to go.
Yeah, she's coming.
Optimus might be good if he wanted to come. I don't know if he's been back to Autocthonia yet.
Yeah, they all have.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They went right away.
Voice of Apostate?
Voice of Apostate.
Do we want that?
Is that on the guest list? That is the Abyssal
Midnight.
Midnight cast.
From
Is that the
Ixil.
one that we
No.
hate?
No, it's not Arzak, it's not Steelhead.
Yeah,
Okay.
they.
Speaking of Arzak and Steelhead, do you want to bring Arzak and Steelhead?
I don't think that's a wise idea. For
Not
bringing
with
Nightman.
Nightman.
I don't know who most of these people are.
It's just because then I'd have to be babysitting constantly to make sure they don't murder each other. When
Well,
I'm
you
on
could
the
just-
Arzak is fairly knowledgeable about Autocthonia.
yeah. So is Nightman though. So.
Nightman hasn't been there in a while. Arzak has.
I mean, are they going to get along, or
I
is it
just
going to
can't
be a
bring
whole
the two.
thing?
Yeah, I couldn't bring the two together.
I
Are you
mean,
sure? I mean, you couldn't trust them to just get along?
They tried to
we
kill
do
each
have
other
an
the
eclipse
last
cast.
time.
That was like a month ago.
I had to separate them by
Making
throwing one.
deals.
Yeah,
just
just
get
get
him
him to make a deal. You know that thing that he's supposed to do?
Truce,
The
truce.
thing that I do to help the group.
I don't know if
Being
they're both
helpful?
willing to come to a truce to not murder each other during this trip.
Yeah. I'm not
All
forever.
right, what does either side get out of it?
They get to go.
Not piss us off.
You get to go on a trip.
Free
Wants to go on
vacation.
a field trip?
You don't even have to sign a permission slip.
I mean, what would they want from it?
What could you offer them that they'd want? What does Nightman want? Your friend, one of your oldest
He
friends.
just, he
He
just
wants
wants
to kill gremlins.
He's just doing this because he's doing Void a solid because Void helped him last time.
Because he likes probing people.
And I've already
That's it.
used
He's gonna
and I've
pro-
already used that once. You know,
I just like rubbed
if
my
you're friends
scar.
with me, do this
That was, he's like, you're
I
like,
can't keep
probing-
pulling that card on Arzak. That'd be really dickish.
And yeah, Arzak has an excellent amount of knowledge about the reaches of Autocthonia.
Yeah, I'm also vaguely aware of what he wants to do in Autocthonia, though.
Are you? I mean, sure, the Viard of Null Space is easy to read, but Arzak...
Oh, yeah, this is Arzak.
Arzak's not the Viard.
Just include it in the deal. It'll be
He's
fine.
Steelhead. Yeah.
It's like
And then there's Steelhead, who doesn't know that much about Autocthonia at all. He's just made of Autochthonians.
Yeah, Arzak. Sure, yeah. What would he want from it?
Arzak...
Probably he wants something from creation.
There's nothing really in a Autochthon that's worth anything.
Well, he came here for a reason.
Arzak needs help finding someone. And when we get back, he wants you to track them use your network to track them down.
Who?
Done.
Perfect. Deal.
Okay, but who is it?
Wait, what am I
We'll see.
agreeing to? They don't kill each
They're
other?
not going... Okay. They're not going to murder each other
Or fight each
on
other.
this trip.
Or fight with each other.
Yeah, no.
They will not... And it's like, yes, we will not fight with each other. I was like, of course, we will not fight with each other.
Word fighting is fighting as well.
Okay,
These deals
see,
don't
the
work.
thing is this-
These aren't genie deals.
Yeah,
so-
it's not a freaking modern.
Which is why I'm not as worried about this. They're just being,
See,
snide.
it's about the intention of
Like-
the deal.
They're
It's
just
like-
butthurt.
Oh, I'm not gonna fight with this guy. I'm not gonna fight with this guy. I'm gonna go do something that's super dickish, and I just said I wouldn't fight with him.
Yeah,
Shit.
but they're also our friends, and I think we can trust them not to do something that would,
And if
Friendly
either of
mission.
them
Well, I mean,
tries to break the deal, I instantly know.
yeah.
That's part of the deal.
They're definitely not going to try and break the deal.
Yeah. Because,
Because I
we can just fight
instantly
them.
know and I can instantly smite them, and they cannot dodge it.
Yeah, I think we can trust them not to. fuck
Other than
this
that, I
up.
might tip some of the people off. Hey, there's this Arzak guy here.
So you're
not
bringing
saying-
Arzak.
Okay.
Who
Night
else?
Of, Night of Curses. Because
Which one?
The one of Void Circle.
All right.
Since they're friends.
Yeah. So,
And my two kids,
Which ones?
Strega and Baiju. Since Baiju is Void's daughter, 1/6.
Who else?
Are we bringing like? You said you guys wanted to bring like mortal colonists, right?
I think we gave up on that when we realized we couldn't actually settle things.
So
You guys need to bring Catholic now, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
what?
please.
Why?
because you got
Because
an intimate
it's a trap.
connection.
Damn it!
All right, who else?
Anyone else have friends? Or...
I can bring
I
some of my troops, but I don't know if we're gonna
Yeah.
need them or
another
not.
Twilight and another Zenith in one May that live here we could bring, or there's an eclipse, or there's lunars,
Again.
or
Who's useful? Keep that in mind.
Wait,
I
did
know,
any,
that's what I'm
did
saying,
any
it's
other of
really-
your family members settle in 1 May? Like, what about your
Yeah.
John Cass brother?
Yeah, he's here.
Do you want to come? And
You want to
might
bring
be-
God Hand?
Might
If he
be a
wants to
fight.
come.
He's also good at weird stuff.
I'll invite every Don we
He's a
have.
crafter.
I love
He's
them
a
all.
crafter.
Like, I don't think we should have like a huge, enormous party
Yeah.
of people coming.
I think we should.
just a giant.
I think Godhand will be too much.
There's strength in numbers. We're going to unknown territory.
It's also, we don't want to deplete one May of all the.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. We probably should.
We need a
Well, I
defensive
mean, my
force, yeah.
troops are here too,
Oh,
and
no.
your mantis. And people never know how long we're going to be gone for. It could be a day, it could be 15 years. It's really a crapshoot.
So I guess at this point, it's like, do any of you want to bring your friends or anything like that?
No, you guys
What's
have
that
to
word
decide.
mean?
Yeah.
All right, so you got Nightman, Anvil of the Night, Wolf Hunter, Rose Black, Arzak, Knight of Curses, Strega, Baiju, and Catholic Nello.
If you wanted to bring some people, we probably would want to bring some mountain folks because they're more in tune with Autocthonia and probably they could survive.
Are they humans for Talk About?
They're close
he made
to the
them.
mortals.
Yeah, he made them, but they don't
He made
live there.
humans too.
Yeah, you made humans too.
No, that's other primordial elves. Smoky, well, taking mountain folks and make something similar.
Mountain
If I
folk
were to-
haven't lived in Autocthonia ever either, so they wouldn't really know.
You guys know any named mountain folk?
No.
That one guy who really hates Ian.
Ooh, let's bring out all the people
What?
that hate his character.
Oh,
There's a mountain folk who hates
Remember, he tried to kill
We'll
you.
bring the hate club.
You
I'm
don't
penitent.
I
even
still-
remember.
I'm penitent.
I've started printing
There's a
t-shirts.
mountain folk there?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even
I didn't
notice
notice.
him. I'm liked by the mountain folk most part.
He
Except for
said,
that one.
Except for that
No
one.
one.
you have this anti-fan club, and they all hate you.
We're making
Uh,
t-shirts.
evil X's.
Can I get one?
Next week we're gonna start doing ball caps. 5 more members and we'll start doing ball caps.
Can I get? I'm
All right, you got 9 NPCs. Is there like one more you want to do to round it out to 10?
I still say if Optimus wants to come.
No,
Never seen him
no.
fight. I'm very curious. It's mostly why I want him to come. He wields a badass battle axe. Come on. Gotta see that.
Who else in their circle is really good at dealing with gremlins and/or traversing Autocthonia?
Did I give?
Oh shit! You were talking about bringing that Autochthonian Abyssal.
Yeah,
Voice of Apostate.
Yeah, she's on the list.
All right, Voice of Apostate makes 10.
Oh, I added her beforehand. So
Yeah.
Huh.
okay, 10.
Hey, did I make a sword for the Mask of Winters at one point?
You did. You didn't make one. You fixed one and gave it
It
back
was
to
like
him.
the first sword.
Oh, yeah.
It was like the first sword that ever existed. I just kind of
You have control over it. You can just make it fall on him. It's on like a trophy case above his head.
You think that gives you power over
It just
him?
falls and slices through his head. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Just
that was
take
really
that.
simple.
Just take that ability where you can like summon any weapon you've ever held.
Steal it from him.
It's just like I changed my mind. Shh.
That'd be the most dickish thing.
I mean, at this point, he wouldn't even be
And then he
surprised. I'm
summons
sure
back.
he'd just be like, "Those dicks."
That was really petty.
Is that how you want to play it?
Yeah, let's piss him off right before I start an infiltration plan.
So yeah, I think that's it. And
All right.
oh.
So 15 of you.
Jeez.
Yep.
What are you taking into Autochthoniia?
He wants to
Survival
take
supplies.
A
I
supply
have
of
to take the
ambrosia.
the thing.
I literally have to take the thing. It'd be a really bad idea not to.
Yeah,
We could probably come back.
unless you're gonna bury it in the sand or something.
I mean, I could just put it on. There's probably some way to put it in stasis.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh.
I mean, you should.
You
bring
give it to Mask of Winters, tell him to keep it really close and
Don't
personal.
touch it.
And
Yeah.
then boom.
Can I just park this in your bedroom? It's chill. Don't worry. 1 week later, it's just like.
I don't know. It might be really useful. We don't. I mean, we saw the size. Of some of the gremlins.
Yeah.
We saw the size of some of the gremlins in there. It might be really useful against some of the bigger ones.
Yeah.
I mean, so like, we saw that alchemicals can be infected, even the big ones. So imagine
Yeah.
like a fucking Metroplex.
Yeah. No
Wow.
problem. Yeah.
You've got the
that's-
city of Ixil, which is basically Shadowlands. which
So
might be-
I think I should bring it.
I mean,
All right, so you're bringing the Ava.
Uh-huh.
I'll bring my new Godwalker.
Standing by.
Yup.
Okay.
Break them in.
All right, what are you carrying these enormous war machines on?
Yeah, that's another thing.
We could just walk them in and then attach them to the foldable ship.
I mean,
What ship?
Don't we have? Isn't that big ship the one that can hold like 5,000 people foldable?
no, that's the Majestic's Blessing, isn't it? Or Benediction.
The
I was
Majestic's
fun-
war machine?
Yeah.
I was planning on
that
mine
one does
being
not fold up.
foldable, but I
I
haven't
almost
made
took
it.
that ability on my War Strider too to have it like fold up to like you can
Well-
make it as small as like horse sized or something.
You could plug a different charm in. They are
true.
exchangeable.
Mine has a
I
bay
could
you
just
can
pop-
dock in.
So is mine, actually.
Oh yeah, wait. How is that possible? Yours is smaller than mine.
Is it?
You got a
Mine's
pair
30
of-
feet tall. Yours is 15 feet tall.
It just crunches up.
It's just like sticks his hand in. It's
Wait,
like,
what did
I
you
am-
say it had?
It has one of those docking bays.
It's
for
a
It has a
repair.
Godwalker
Repair bay.
repair bay. That
Yeah,
just means it
that's
has
different.
the equipment built into it to retrofit a Godwalker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
technically your Godwalker can repair mine. Because I did not take
It
it.
has, the tools and infrastructure to like
Yeah.
set up a repair station.
Okay.
So again, if you had those
Just slide his
Charms
hand in.
that-
I am docked.
change the shape, then you could plug it in with that.
Yeah. I don't
yeah,
know
but then I
those.
have to spend Dominion.
So are you taking a ship, guys?
I think we should take a ship.
I don't
Like,
think
what if we wind up in the oil one or something like that?
Yeah. I mean, I doubt Void's going to be in the oil one, but whatever.
he might.
You probably don't want to take the big one, though. It's huge.
The question is, will it
It's gonna
fit?
it's gonna get stuck somewhere.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
why I just
well,
said we
okay.
shouldn't take it.
But
That's the
I
question
think we-
for Nightman. How big are the passages in Autocthonia?
It depends what's trying to pass through it. You would have to find routes to go around.
So the bigger things we take, the harder it will be to navigate.
But we can just use drop ships for things like that.
And
right?
To
I
move.
mean, metroplexes or metropolises travel through, obviously. So
No,
Yeah.
no,
No
no.
vehicles.
Colossi travel through on a vision quest. They're guided through the proper passages, and then they plug in and reformat themselves into the VATS facility at the core of a new city.
right.
Yeah.
So if we don't know the right way.
Plus, they're not in the Reacher, they're in the habitable zones. Something like that. So yeah.
I'm going to link you guys a map of Autocthonia,
Oh god, it's
because Nightman was able to get you information.
Ooh.
How hard would it be just to create the equivalent of a camper van? Just
Not hard. The Majestic could probably knock that out in an afternoon.
yeah, and just drive everywhere.
There's the map on Facebook. Check it out.
no.
Fun stuff.
Oh man, this is annoying.
Right?
So yeah,
It's a constellation.
we should just knock out a ship that is fitted for Autocthonia. I mean, we have experts here on Autocthonia. They would know the right.
Probably definitely want to include
Can't we
sliced
just?
safety
Yeah.
stuff.
Why don't we just like?
A meat grinder on the front.
Why don't we just like?
What's this motion?
I don't know.
I was like,
So, one of
like
those
milking
traveling
cow?
pagodas?
Like-
Why doesn't
Yeah.
like the Majestic just retrofit your ship? Like put a new charm in it so you can make it smaller for when necessary. So we can just take that and just shape change it as we go.
Well, don't all,
as long as we don't have to make it too small.
well, all
'cause
three of you could
walkers.
take those charms and have them like on the standby. I don't think they're that expensive. Like
I mean,
You can't. Because the Godwalker is a frame around the demon. Then the
Oh,
demon
yeah.
would be outside of the Godwalker.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
They just squish
Mine
it
could do that though, because he's legit, not some abomination. I said that out of game. I wouldn't say that to your face.
The Queen's well aware that it's an abomination against all that is good and decent.
If you need another creator, though, Prelude to Domination's over there. He could be your 11th, too.
I mean, he could. He just keeps wandering to our base, and
Okay. Well, it's up to you guys what ships you want to bring.
I say we build one specifically for this little venture.
Or at least retrofit one we've got laying around.
It would really be really simple. We
Oh.
don't even need to commit
Oh.
Dominion to it. Just have one that could we get rid of later.
We're trying to build something proper. I was thinking about building some Godwalker that is all about those void slots. You can put anything in it.
Why don't we take like some of those like flying boats, like Admiral Sam had?
Or one of those ships like Shockwave keeps manufacturing that are built for Autocthonia.
Oh yeah, Shockwave would know all about this. How to make ships for.
Except your fucking mechs can't fit inside.
I'll just put mine to standby then, and not bring it.
Aww. Mine's even bigger.
I mean, we beat that behemoth in the wilds, and we didn't need a, Godwalker for that. So
No, but it would have helped.
I have confidence we can deal with it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We have so many people here
Doesn't your
that
mech fly?
Yes. Yes,
at
it
short
does.
distances.
No, it has a flight speed.
Yeah, it's a flight speed of 60, which is still faster than my move
Does it
speed.
not cost essence?
Did you
No.
say that you don't have like the overland?
Yeah, but we're not talking about overland speed. We're talking about
Yeah,
the ability
overland
to.
speed is like
we're talking about the
your ship.
ability from walking in a corridor that then opens up into the Grand Canyon and has like one walkway over there to be able to be like. Whoosh.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no cost for it. He can just fly like he can just walk,
Okay.
kind of thing. So,
All right, you can bring your War Strider.
I mean, he won't be able to keep up with our ship if we go more than 60, but...
We'll just attach a winch to it. It'll all be good.
Have you guys seen the map?
Yep.
Good. Pretty good map, eh?
Yeah.
If by pretty good, you mean entirely confusing, then yes.
All right, well, let's pause and I'll break it down for you.
To tunnel through, the meat and the rubber and the metal. Add
That's-
a drill to the end.
That's not quite how it works, so she ignores you.
Okay.
Means to navigate around pretty much everywhere.
She knows how to build an Autocthonian
Good.
tunnel skimmer.
Can I have a drill anyway? Just a big
Just
drill.
pleasantly ignores you and
Bitch.
So is taking my Godwalker going to slow us down, or...?
nah, you'll be fine.
Alright.
You get to use your mech.
Okay, good. That's all I want. That's all I want out of life.
Get in the robot. All right, so where are you entering Autocthonia from?
Good question.
Well,
Wherever this orb takes us.
No, I mean, what domain are you going to blow up to get into Autocthonia?
Wait, we have
What's
to
a really
blow
shitty
up?
one that we don't need?
We've already blown up so many.
Torrance?
Where's the city? What
Hey,
about
wait.
that one in the
That
city we
one-
abandoned? The
That one tower
yeah.
that you beat the old guy to death in?
yeah, that one. We should just blow up his entire home.
Oh,
Just as a
You
final
guys already
result.
He
cannibalized
has his
that.
father-in-law.
well, you
Fuck
fixed it by now.
You guys already cannibalized that place. It's a wasteland. You did have to build one May back in the day.
Back in the day.
There's so
Which was
many
a
manses
Tuesday,
just
by the way.
everywhere.
Domains.
Domains.
There's so many of either of those everywhere.
No, there's many domains. There's not a lot of manses.
What's the difference?
What about that old...
A domain is a place of power where the dragon lines naturally coalesce and pool together. A manse is where you take a domain, cap it, and use geomancy to refine it into a superstructure.
Okay.
So, by dint of domains being naturally occurring
Is this like
and
a-
manses being produced, there are many more domains than there are manses.
Is this how the Abyssals have been getting into Autochthonia? By blowing up manses?
No, they haven't been getting into Autocthonia.
Oh, I thought they were.
Void got in through the confusion of the gate opening up. That chick from Autocthonia, Voice of Apostate, she went into the reaches of Autocthonia until she found herself in the labyrinth in creation.
Wait, that's possible?
And that's it. I think those are the only two.
Hey, let's go to the labyrinth, of course.
Oh, well, that's our way back then. We could travel back to the labyrinth.
Possibly.
I mean,
pass.
well, there's nothing to fear in there.
Either way, we'll just grab a domain. Hell, we can just use my old one.
Some domain in the south?
Yeah, just
All
some
right,
domain.
some domain in the south. It's go time.
Go Power Rangers.
Top on Titan.
All right, so you guys have taken all your stuff out to this domain out in the middle of the south.
I'm gonna laugh at this orb. It's just a bomb.
So good.
Like all this setup, we're all just in one room and just like.
It's
Right?
like, I can't believe that just worked. They didn't even have the Majestic look over.
They didn't even scan it or nothing. They just blew up a manse. They all stood around it while it exploded.
Even if you guys survived, if like most of the companions you brought were destroyed, like Nightman and some of your kids, and a bunch of the soldiers were just wiped out in the detonation, it'd be like, oh yeah, that war started 20 years ago, you dumbasses. I'm
Yeah.
everywhere.
It would just be like, well, contact my
Never
leaders,
break.
march on.
You're not
Thorns,
getting
and-
Void back. I sent him there. I watched it happen. I made it happen.
I wouldn't be actually surprised if he sent him there, or manipulated it just so he could learn more about it. That's probably why he's helping us get him back, so we can see what Void has learned.
I don't
Or
think
we'll
you want to
take him
be
back.
dealing with a neverborn that's actually wanting to do stuff.
Okay, so who has the ball?
Killer Queen.
Killer Queen's got the
All right, this domain in the desert are sandfalls. Like they're cliffs they go about 30, 40 feet up and are just constantly falling with sand like a waterfall. And at the base of it are rocks that look kind of like standing stones.
Those aren't clean.
I'm trying to turn it off. It was being a dick.
It is off.
Anyway,
It had a red light. I wanted the light to go away.
At the base of it are standing stones. It kind of looks like Niagara Falls, like it's all the way around, and then like those standing stones never get covered with sand. And yeah, at the core there is the center of this domain. It's flowing with earth-aspected anima.
We really gotta stop destroying our stuff.
We can rebuild it. We have the technology.
I thought it like wrecks the like line or something, doesn't it?
The dragon line, you bet.
Yeah, there is no rebuilding it. We just literally
Yeah, there is.
destroy magic out of the world.
Just a little bit.
All right, Killer Queen, what do you do?
Yeah, but remember that time?
Charge
we
it with
got the
essence.
Mantis?
Just charge it with essence so that it activates.
Plug it in.
It's not
Plug it in somewhere.
It's not doing anything.
Oh, fuck's sake. Dad, over here.
Yes?
You know anything
Would be
about
what
this
your
technology?
dad said if I was your dad.
Yes, you should.
But what would you like?
Wait. What?
No, he just kind of makes like that cut-off motion. It's like,
Okay,
No, no, no,
yes.
That's Anvil of the Night.
Anvil.
Remember?
It never occurred to me at the time that I would need to ask someone else how to activate this nebulous, strange orb.
all right, well, I think you take it and huck it at the center.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
It's like playing catch.
Oh, that thing we never did.
Of course not, because we're not related. But I'm sure
Exactly.
your father would have played catch with you every day.
Oh, I'm certain he would.
Abyssal
Do you
things.
want
They
us to
can't-
just leave?
They can't.
No,
what? No, Abyssals
He looks
can't-
honestly shocked. He's like, what?
Abyssals can't talk about their past
I
or
know.
they lose it.
Exactly, that thing we never did.
All right, it hits the ground and detonates.
Like a baby.
So what?
Just brings back memories.
Oh my god.
Caught me completely off guard.
It detonates and the sand starts sinking inward like a black hole. And starts like dragging sand into it, and stuff starts getting thrown in by the gravity of it. You guys are being slightly pulled forward.
I don't like abyssal magic.
There's like a legit like singularity black hole at the center of this domain that's been destroyed, and it's arcing with black lightning and stuff.
After you
I'm
wander,
having Vietnam flashbacks.
after you wander,
Federal Sand was here. She's like, no.
No!
Falls on his side, like posing. He's dragged in.
He's posing as he's being dragged in.
Uh,
Please save me. I had a song for this.
It swirls like a toilet. Does it swirl the opposite direction if you do it from the
So you're
other
being all
side?
dragged in.
oh, okay.
okay.
This is what we wanted.
We asked for
This
this.
is exactly what we wanted.
Come, Majestic, into the hole.
I grab the
This
majestic
gives you
hand.
power
Join
over
us.
me.
It's made for you.
Majestic, you're coming.
I don't wanna.
It's
You're
too
coming.
late now.
I grab the majestic. I just pick up the majestic.
Come, children, into the
Go ahead,
gaping
try to
hole.
roll the post grapple check. I dare you.
There's no grapple.
There's no
I
grapple.
know. I know this.
There's a screaming as the sky splits open and the air itself is torn asunder by the malign entropy of whatever you just did. As you guys get as the actual reality around you gets dragged in as well. So it's not just you; it's space as well, just crumpled and ripped in.
I have a feeling this still probably did something bad on our
It
side.
would have been funny in Moan May, though. Just imagine.
All that power.
Using the central manse.
Just boom.
The whole mount just like crumples in on itself.
The whole city just basically smashes into its Autocthonia from the inside out, like fused in with the superstructure, spewing essence everywhere, destroying the inside of his body.
Oh, will pure essence destroy his body like
It's like
that?
you thought that first
Well,
tumor was
lava
bad.
would.
Oh.
Lava hurts a lot of things, dude.
Lava.
Doesn't hurt
Lava
this
tends-
man.
Anyway. Oh no, this isn't the right music. As you all disappear into the void, that explosion grows larger and larger and larger, cracking the sky and the ground around it into like earthquakes and shakes and tremors,
It just made it shatter.
before it just collapses inward into a single point and detonates outward, leaving a crater in the ground full of twisted metal and like gears and machinery and wrecked engines,
So that
spraying out blood and oil.
so that orb was actually Autocthonia tech, not abyssal tech.
I think that was Abyssal 10.
No, that was the Mask of Winter's doing sorcery.
Oh. Alright.
He's really good at necromancy. He used void circle necromancy to punch his way through.
Huh.
You, of course, don't see what happens on the other side, but the circle and your 10 other companions are no longer there.
Wait. Oh,
So that we didn't bring like worshippers to like watch our grand exit. Their skins
Oh, my
blade off.
Right?
Their eyes have like melted in their skin.
Right? It's Nazi style.
Well, I guess we're better to search for the Mask of Winters.
Nazi.
They did not see that coming.
Like,
did
no,
not see that coming.
Because their eyes have literally sizzled in their circles. Yeah, there we go.
That just reminds me of like,
Oh.
that reminds me of a scary movie when he rolls Yahtzee and fucking knocks himself out.
Good times.
Fucking nuts.
It's dark. A calamity of metal against metal, pressure, air, switching gears, energy coils, and you know the construction outside? That times 1,000,000.
How much is a million?
Constantly ringing and hammering around you. There is no light. The ground under you vibrates and hums. Like the sound of like if you're on the SkyTrain platform and the train just whizzes by, it's like that all the time. The whole thing's shaking itself apart. Everyone's been thrown about in different areas. There's sand and stone debris everywhere, smashed into the area around you with what little light you can see with.
Okay, I guess I use my...
Cast mark?
No, the cast of the Sun Miracle to see...
Why not just use
Does
your
my
cast mark?
Godwalker not have spotlights?
Because then people can see you.
You can. I'm asking what you're all doing.
Yes.
Cast mark.
Yeah, cast mark.
All right, you and many of your companions ignite their anima banners to.
I'm sure everyone else is not. We don't all need to be glowing.
Everyone thinks of it at the same time. Jesus.
Yeah, that's true.
You are in a cavern, the size of the Grand Canyon, made of brass and steel and iron. Riveted plates and manufactured components and engines line the walls. Huge valve pumps are on the ceiling, pushing air inwards and outwards. The air itself, way off in the distance, is igniting forges that are causing lava to flow down at an accelerated rate, pooling into large chambers that solidify and then just drop their contents down onto assembly lines the size of rivers. They're just snaking their way through this canyon. Pretty far in front of this hole you're in that seems to be coming out of the side, so it's coming out parallel or perpendicular to the entire assembly line. A large cylinder about the size of a mountain, covered in spikes and capped with brass, slams down in front of you, pushing you all backwards. As it hits something at the bottom, ignites a bunch of fuel and gets exploded upwards, carrying up raw materials connected to those spikes like a magnet.
Neat. Autocthonian pistons.
When it comes up, the air pulls you guys closer towards it.
So,
You guys are all currently being deafened.
yeah, no, not gonna go into that thing. Gonna move away from it. Gonna ask Nightman if he knows any kind of rough idea where we might be.
Okay, he hears... he hears engines.
Nightman's standing at kind of the lip of the alcove you guys are in, just looking straight out, hands on his hips. Scarf kind of just being pushed back by the wind. Strega's there too by his side, and they're both just kind of looking out at the expanse.
Okay, I go just stand with them then.
Yeah, very much.
So it's a moment. He's back in Autocthonia.
He's having a father-son moment. Leave him alone.
Right?
They're bonding, damn it.
Father-son mother moment.
They can bond where there's not a giant piston crushing things behind us.
So probably when they're standing, it's safe.
Don't be
Now we
so-
all have something in common, Nightman. We've all been inside your dad.
Wait.
My God.
Oh.
Inappropriate, Queen.
Has the queen ever been appropriate?
Yeah.
Why would she start now?
All right. He kind of gestures to you guys as you guys head deeper into the alcove.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah, let's all stick very close together.
Yep.
Further down to this alcove, it looks like it's kind of bullet-shaped almost. It has a curved backside to it, like a cul-de-sac almost. When you get there are holes all on the back wall in a dome formation. Nightman just kind of approaches and kind of puts his hand in one of the holes. They're about fist size. It kind of pulls back dust or ash.
Does he eat it?
Is it warm in here?
Is it?
It's kind of warm in here.
A bit.
Yeah.
He kind of looks out. Like, you guys go back to the lip, and you kind of, like, lean out, because there's other alcoves lining this part of the canyon as those, like, pistons drag up raw material. And every once in a while, one of the side alcoves ignites with plasma and starts cooking the material to purify it and melt off the slag before it gets dragged back up.
Let's leave.
Fuck.
Scale of 1 to leave. We should leave now.
So, where are we? What?
In an ignition zone.
In a danger zone.
Zone of danger.
Where is the closest not danger zone?
He looks behind to the alcove where some of those holes start lighting up in like a kind of pattern.
Not now.
Not here.
Okay.
Leave.
Isn't Void near here if the orb dropped us here?
Well, like 2 months ago.
Oh.
We're in a canyon, right?
Yeah, it's like a huge Grand Canyon. The walls of the canyon are lined with these alcoves where the pistons come down, drag up materials, burn off the slag and purify the raw ore, and then drags it up.
Is there a top of the canyon like that looks safer?
Everything looks up. There's a very top, a couple miles up, that has basically furnace valves, like baffles that are just pumping air and smoke into places.
That seems safer.
Yeah, we could probably hang out on one of the ridges there.
Okay. Right. Gonna grab my kids and
Into the ship.
Into the ship. All right, we do have a ship.
Yes.
Huzzah.
All right, you guys get into your vessel. Who's piloting?
Did we bring a pilot?
Those two know how to pilot a ship.
I'm a pilot.
Some Mongo's like, I missed the days when I was useful. Just
All right, you Royal, you get out to the very manual control throttles and take yourself out. About a minute later, the entire alcove detonates, and all of the sand and rocks and stone and some animals that got caught are just destroyed.
I would have saved the animals.
Oh wow, that's really not safe.
Yep.
I should put up a railing or something.
Probably by the entrance
Point-
of this place.
Oh,
there is-
last shield.
Sign.
A sign, danger, hot.
No, danger zone. Just danger zone. You are entering the danger zone.
Okay, so yeah. Nightman heads up to the cockpit with you guys and like taps on the Autolab. An Autolab is basically a orb recreation of Autocthonia, kind of functions as a 3-dimensional compass.
Yep.
It's like, alright, I think we're near the pole of metal.
No. But isn't the pole metal so the biggest pole around? So
Yeah, but it looks like we're bordering smoke? Maybe oil? It's hard to tell which one's which.
They both sound awful.
Avoid them.
Yeah,
As you guys are hovering, a catwalk fires across from either end in front of you guys and connects, and a bunch of like cables like screw themselves into place. This happens all the way down the canyon as what looks like large animatronic machines that are in the shape of insects and animals start scurrying across, carrying materials and like raw tools and parts.
machine gods.
Yeah, it looks like maintenance drones.
Can we get directions from them?
We can give it a try.
Worst case scenario, you've got that spike.
Doesn't really work that well on gods. It's more of a mortal thing.
Okay, then let's give it a try. I guess.
All right, you just kind of drive up to a catwalk and open up.
Yeah. Excuse me, we're lost.
Just pull into the van.
where are we?
There is a large spider-looking scarab machine made of just multiple limbs. It has spinnerets of steel cable. It's like propelling parts down to large gorilla things, like 200 miles down, that are picking up the parts and replacing junk bits and throwing them onto a trash heap. Analyzing. Foreign bodies detected.
Doesn't
Nightman.
Isn't Nightman not a foreign body? Isn't he a not?
He wasn't made in
definition?
Autocthonia.
Yeah, he's not in their systems. He's
Well,
also
anyway.
very outdated.
You know who has been? Just gonna reach for Arzak. Gonna pull him in front of us.
Get behind him.
Then I kind of just approaches. All right, what do you want me to say?
That's where we are.
Yeah. Figure out where we are.
Maybe
Don't
get
let
some-
it kill us.
Get him to point at the map where we are or something.
It's not going to know that. It's not going to give you information you're going to like about that.
What about any other foreign bodies you've seen?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's get a status report. He kind of approaches slowly with his arms out. Up above you guys, a large valve opens up and pure molten metal pours on down, highlighting the catwalk in front of you. And it just pours down to molds below, making, entire cities worth of like rings and valves and like nuts and bolts.
Awesome.
I've got
Super
one
efficient.
step toward right on him. I'm like, oh, I see we've entered this level of the game where one wrong move.
The Heavens Feel scenario of the game, where there are 30 bad endings compared to the 5 in the Fates path. Hammers from the side of the cannon start slamming down onto the molds as he approaches, just to set the scene, forging new parts that are, the size of a city that larger pieces are going to drag out and put onto those belts. Hello, little guy. Status report on the area. Have there been any other foreign entities recently? Consolidating information. Yes. Dreadnought response was initiated approximately, and he gives a unit of time that would equal around the time Void showed up.
Okay.
Okay, what is... Wait, Dreadnought?
Dreadnought initiative. So something probably came in to kill the foreign body. Like immune cells.
All right, a Dreadnought response. What was deployed? 3 cogwheel dragons. What happened to them? Dreadnought response ceased. Dreadnought response. Higher level Dreadnought response called in. Emergency call made to the ministers.
Oh my.
Wait.
Void 1.
Yeah, no.
Something bigger happened elsewhere, and backup was
I
all
think
the way.
Void killed them, and then they said, okay, that's a bigger threat, let's send in bigger guns.
Do we know where it is?
Where
Where
it
did
went.
proceed?
Yeah.
Surely they'd track this kind of thing if it escaped.
Dreadnought response. What was it? Foreign bodies left manufacturing area. Issue resolved. Ticket closed.
Oh.
Okay,
Wow.
where
Love
can we
it.
find...
It's like, oh, it's gone. Not my
Amazing.
problem.
What a great machine.
Addendum added to ticket. Foreign bodies have returned.
Cancel that.
Should we move?
Probably.
If
I
Void
don't know what a
could kill...
cogwheel dragon is, but I really don't want to
Yeah.
deal with it.
If Void could beat it, I'm not worried.
Resetting essential services and beginning work. And it just kind of turns away from you guys and continues working.
Rude.
Conversation terminated.
Don't make your call.
Apparently all we need to do is just leave this place, and they're just like, oh,
Well,
Not
in the
considered
right
a threat
direction.
anymore?
okay.
There's a whirring sound as a ball of steel that's shifting and like growing parts of steel of it and then sinking back in almost like it's liquid. Floats on down next to you guys and opens up like a clam with several crystal eyes inside. And it starts like flashing light at you.
We should leave.
Are
And
we getting
also,
detained? Am I being detained?
Diplomatic immunity!
We're not dealing with this shit. again.
Yeah, no,
It's
let's
just-
leave.
Oh, but I want to hit it.
Oh, what does Nightman
You
say?
guys, Nightman pulls out a plasma repeater and shoots it dead. Let's get back in the ship and leave.
Yes.
Oh, see, we could have killed it. I didn't even get to do it.
You weren't awesome enough.
All
Just
right.
Pat. You'll get to kill something soon.
Next thing I see that's living, it's dead.
Turn a small child.
They turned to Catholic
Only if
Yellow,
it's yours.
'cause we should really be relying on Yellow for
Mishka, or
this.
whatever the fuck its name is just like,
He's
Midori?
the one that...
Midori probably.
No, Midori didn't
I
come.
bet you they left that part out of your play, didn't they?
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
The part where I tried to save you guys? Yeah, I'm sure they did.
So yeah, Catholic Yellow is kind of our big link here to look at.
Oh, yeah, right. We brought that up.
Oh, yeah, alright.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Take them to the front of the ship.
Get him to point. Just
Usually
gag him and get him to point. I don't want to hear his nonsense.
He usually doesn't seem to know if he's coming or going, so
I actually forgot he was here because for once in his fucking life, he
You're
hasn't
right.
pissed us off in the first 5 minutes of him showing up.
Hello, equals.
I think he's well aware when
And
he's
there
on
it
the ship,
is.
My god, guys.
If he wasn't such a dick about still being a realm guy. Like, he's still, like, I feel like he's intentionally using, like,
Well,
anathema
If
to
he
piss us
wasn't,
off.
if he wasn't a dick, we'd forget about him and he wouldn't go on fun trips.
He would still go on this trip.
That's true. We'd probably just lock him in a linen closet and forget about him.
I mean, that linen closet he already hides in all the time.
Oh god.
There's the sound of a train whistle.
We should really leave.
Ooh,
Yeah. Well,
Why are we still standing?
I guess we wouldn't really recognize that sound.
It's alarming.
So
Go
Something
away.
large falls on your ship.
is that the what we
Okay.
call Juggernaut?
Dreadnought. And if it was a dreadnought, the ship wouldn't be in the air.
Oh.
Okay. Eyes on the sand. Look
TJ's
out.
outside.
You look out. A large machine gorilla is standing on top of the ship. It has pipes coming out of its joints around its arms that look like they're like a little bigger than its body would be, and they're firing off steam and fire.
Like how large?
As big as the Wanderer.
Oh, fair fight.
Are there some steam apes around here?
What?
I mean,
Steam apes?
Can you bring it up on the screen?
No.
He kind of pushes past you and brings it up on the screen.
Ah.
Killing me.
and TJ just like,
For once, you're killing me. He kind of makes a head motion over to the Wanderer.
oh, that is just uncalled for.
That's a Gezlak? Yeah, they're called Gezlaks.
Why is he being
What do they
rude to
do?
me? I thought we were-
They're not a Autocthonia equivalent of a Blood Ape, but, version 2.
Oh, lovely. It's here to kill us, right?
There's a slamming motion on the ship.
Yeah, it's here to kill us.
It's grabbing one of the discus repulsors that help you levitate and starting to, pull onto it.
Seriously,
no,
can't TJ
no.
just, flick it off? Just,
Swirl it off and fly somewhere safe.
It's magnetized to your hull.
Yeah.
Aww.
just get TJ to, pick it up and throw it.
Scrape it.
Let's go out and kill it.
Yeah, Wander, you wanted to hit something, go kill it.
Yeah, get out
Okay,
there.
or I could just fight it and have a fight scene.
You just crawl on top of the ship.
Yeah, I'll go hit it. I'll go hit it till it's dead.
It turns around and its face opens up into 4s, and there's a lot more gems inside and sensory systems. Also, the lower jaw opens up into a kind of steel puncher.
That's nice, dude.
Yeah, it lets go of that disc and almost wrenched off and starts to approach you. It has its arms up to spin.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit it.
All right, roll
I
damage.
just need dice.
Oh shit! I'm gonna
Did you
pause.
bring your luck?
Shut up.
I just said to roll to hit. I rolled a damage.
Oh yeah, it's not a worthy. Or is. Yeah, not a worthy.
Nah, it's not really worthy.
Okay, so.
Well, you were the minor god or something. Whatever.
It's not a minor god, it's just a machine spirit.
So that's like a god? Well, like a
No,
elemental.
that's not a worthy bow. You wouldn't
It's
go
actually an
with-
elemental.
Yeah.
Still.
Wait, is this a D10 or a D12?
You're killing.
Over.
It's 8. I think it goes to the chart even for
Yeah.
not worthy foes. So.
Yeah, it goes to the chart.
That's
You got a 1
that's it.
damage.
Don't you do maximize damage?
No,
Don't you have
that's
that?
That's Surge.
That's
I
me.
have a
Me.
move called Surge of Strength if I want to use it.
All right, you punch in the chest cavity and crack open its interior a bit.
That's 2, by the way. No.
Its arm's going to roll down, but then its rotator cuff in between its shoulder and its body starts spinning at high speeds and makes a train whistle sound and starts heating up.
that was.
And then it plugs into the arm and like a flywheel and puts all that motion into the slam onto you.
Okay. I'm not too worried since he's not a worthy foe.
He misses. He bounces off your armor. You catch his arm and you hear stuff ripping in its shoulder as all its
Ooh.
muscles and tendons tear out.
Just tore his ACL. Rotator cuff.
It starts pounding its chest with its good arm, screaming. And there's cables and tubing way up there, and you see stuff swinging through it.
We start.
Why is this
flying
gonna be a
away.
whole- I'm just guys, this is gonna be a whole thing if we stick around.
Yeah, we start moving the ship. I don't care what direction.
Oh,
we start moving.
Just have TJ. I'm gonna have TJ just fire that. How many are there?
15.
I don't know if that's overkill to use Devourer of Armies on those.
Why not?
Just fucking blast them all before they come down here.
4d20 damage straight.
And lesser foes suffer the damage rolled. Yeah, there you go.
I think I might have a gun.
Yeah, it doesn't
that
hurt
would be
worthy
better than
foes.
that.
It's for shit like this.
Let's see.
When it's just
It's a battle group. It's a mob of 15, so 40-20 straight will probably kill all of them. Alright, so I guess your ship opens up its chest cannon. Not your ship, your War Strider, because it can pilot itself.
Yeah.
Badly. It's a young enemy in intelligence. And it just uses its Iron Man chest beam up into the top of the ceiling. So a beam of pure destructive force rips its way through all the cabling and tunnel. And you see burning elementals falling, hitting the catwalk, smashing into machine spirits. One of them was ready to fire its own magma spigot at you, and that detonates and takes some more of the superstructure down with it.
Okay. And then I'm gonna.
And you guys are flying away.
Oh, I'm not still dealing with the one on the roof.
Oh, you got the one on the roof.
Oh, okay.
It was a battle group. They're alternate.
Never mind, guys. I took care of it.
Okay. Even if fighting against mobs, I have something to maul down the mobs. 21 straight damage.
It's a lot.
Yes. It's a mob killer.
That's what this is too. So I just rip this thing's arms off.
Yeah, just damage it. We're doing the resource game now, guys. Who's gonna get depleted first?
I'm not going to use any essence on this one. It's not necessary at all.
Then you just use up health.
He hasn't hit me yet.
All right, do your thing, Wanderer. Keep it flowing.
Okay, well, I've got one arm still, so I'm just going to grab the other arm and slam my knee into the same place he was just pounding his chest to bring his buddies in. Just
Roll damage.
Try and crack that. 12... Which is... Oh, it's 4. 4 damage.
4 damage?
Yeah.
Oh, that's 5 hit dice, sure. You put your hand through its chest cavity, and like molten metal and essence splashes out at you, because these things are mini refineries, and it just kind of, its arm hangs limp at its side, and the other one just kind of seizes up, and it's basically going to fall off.
I'll just chuck it off.
Alright, it crashes into another catwalk, and then just falls straight down from the impact, and collapses a second one.
Cool. I come back in the ship. Done.
That was easy.
Yup. Fight lust unsatisfied. Not a good sound.
More alarms.
Yeah.
You just did a bunch of structural damage to the ceiling and the manufacturing facility.
Yeah.
Large blast screens start coming down into this Grand Canyon. Like, the entire canyon sealing itself up with, like, emergency doors and baffles. They look kind of like heart aortas if they were mechanical. Like heart valves.
Okay.
Let's get through those blast doors before they close.
It's okay, we got a guy who can open any door.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So any door that is closed, he can just...
We go through the doors?
No, he just opens stuff.
Yeah,
That's
alright.
what I mean.
Do you have, like, any facts related to piloting?
Nope.
Straight. I'm gonna say dex.
Okay.
Dex check.
9. And my dex check. Evasion?
No, just dex. Like a
Dex.
dex ability score check.
Check of 5. Okay, yeah, over.
Alright, as one of the baffles, which has actually jets on the side of it to make it close faster, and you can actually see more of those elementals crawling down the side, you just go right through as it seals behind it and, like, bolts go in. There are several others doing this as well as you fly straight. The ceiling and the floor have irises that are opening up, and there's a lot of heat coming out of them.
So, the hell's that?
I think the facility's going into a sterilization routine.
Oh.
Well, you told me to take care of it, and I did.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going to I didn't know you were going to attack the body.
I didn't know that I was going to get jumped by a bunch of them.
Well, now we learned something.
Didn't we?
Is there a way we can cause destruction elsewhere that might distract him from us?
Get out of here.
Yeah, we got to keep flying. One more successful check, and you'll be able to get through the lockdown.
6, yep.
All right, 2 or 3 more doors, and yeah, you see those irises open up, and raw liquid molten metal that runs much faster than it should just starts spraying in, filling up the facility.
Wow. Got out of there at the time.
Holy shit, you were not kidding about this place.
That was a standard response.
Yeah.
Talk about harsh environments.
It's only harsh, when people aren't living.
No, I'm pretty sure this is harsher anyway.
Your skyship needs to land because you do some spot repairs to it. It's Magitech.
Why would anybody live here?
They don't live here.
I don't think they had much choice.
Yeah, exactly.
So the scene is, it's much like that scene in the new Rogue One trailer where like the ship's coming up and the shadow of the disc for the Death Star is coming in. Your ship is just looks large from perspective, but then it's you flying against the door away as you go to a nearby like platform to land. As the door finishes closing, the door itself is, I don't know, the size of the Hoover Dam, just sealing shut
Jesus
and
Christ.
locking. You're in a place so big you can't see walls or ceiling, but you can see the ground. And there's nothing but like mid and like bottom tier like shelves and plates everywhere.
So I'm guessing we're in the smoke.
Alright, let's try not to get jumped here.
Yeah, you're right. Look at this. He like taps at the astrolab. We're at a switchover station.
Let's just switch over stage.
It's an interface between the two elemental holes.
Does
This?
Does Nello know which...
Nello, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I was just about to say the
Does
same
Nello
thing.
know which way Void might be? Does he have any kind of feeling, inclination,
His void senses.
vibes?
Oh, come on, not again.
Alright, yeah, guys, let me just, alright, he like goes in a corner to sit down and meditate.
Well, fair enough.
It's going to take all his mental fortitude.
You have...
Wait, is that a different alarm or the same alarm?
Same one. It's blaring through everywhere.
Okay, just making sure.
I mean, you have abilities that, like, are kind of tracking. Like
Yes.
we have multiple people here with deep connections to Void. Couldn't you work up?
I know the easiest and safest way to reach any location that's not kept secret.
This seems like it's definitely kept secret where
Yeah,
Void
yeah.
is gone.
Void probably wouldn't.
It's not secret.
Really?
Like, it's not actively being kept.
Oh, okay.
You don't care.
Okay, yeah.
It's just something that nobody knows.
Okay.
Well, I do have.
So then,
You can kind of get a feeling for it.
yeah.
So you get a general direction at the very least.
Yep.
Nello will probably communicate with Void and pinpoint him.
I have the unveil the truth, which is basically give an answer to the question, provided the truth isn't intentionally concealed by all who know it. So, oh, where's Void?
What?
Well,
You always get the truth?
well, basically, I asked the GM a question, provided that it's not being
Oh.
concealed by everybody.
I see,
I
yeah.
will get the answer.
So, yeah.
So,
We know roughly where
Yeah.
Void is. So we start going in that direction.
you get a... Yeah, Nello kind of, like, starts talking with you. Like, you guys kind of figure it out. You
Yeah.
figure that you have to go deeper through this tunnel, and then... Well, it's not a tunnel, it's a area. It's just... It's not even a chasm. It's just big empty space. Like, there are tubes made of rubber and composite materials that are the size of tree trunks just hanging from the ceiling, or hanging from the ground and, like, plugging into different spaces. There's light down here. There's, like, large generators that are just humming with magnetism, giving off lightning every once in a while. And yeah, there's things moving all around.
This would be a bomb place to have a concert.
Should we ask those local residents that they have seen anything?
I don't want to talk to
Foreign
these
space.
these things anymore.
We probably should draw attention to ourselves from the locals.
Yeah.
Unless it's actual Autocthonian.
Considering what happened in the last sector.
Well, you do have a very
How do Autochthonians, like, Nightman, why did that thing trigger on you?
I think it's because something previous came through here, and
Yes.
there were a bunch of things with us. I might have just been confused. We might have been able to push it off, but once the fighting started.
Fair enough.
It attacked us. It was self-defense.
Oh,
No.
The Greymaker, his body responds to threats, and if this place was damaged enough, it might be more sensitive.
Additionally, we have abyssals, just people from all over the place.
Yeah.
That's just pretty.
A little bit.
Like,
you should talk,
itself-
child killer. I'm never gonna let that down. It's gonna get to
try
the
and save the group
It's-
one time.
It's gonna get to the point where, like, you're gonna, like, be so mad that you're secretly killing children just to spite me. Just like, as soon as he turns away, just zod him.
You try and save the group one time, and they all hate you for it.
He starts wearing some fate armor, and then each time you punch him, you're punching a baby.
You hear a thrumming sound
You
nearby.
could totally do that too.
Yeah.
What was that? Punch what?
No,
Like, make it so that anytime you hurt him, it actually like hurts like an infant or something.
Ah,
Hurts
like
when
pull a
people
Mask
armor.
of Winters.
That'd be really dickish. Holy shit.
Right?
Like
Oh
we're saying.
my.
I would throw you in the mouth of
Well,
oblivion.
that's
Like I do with
basically-
all my garbage.
I would not make that armor, honestly, like my character.
Well, that's similar.
I actually do have fate armor.
You and Strager are on top of the sky
Called
ship,
the big
like
solar
slanted,
plate.
and you're like just doing spot repairs. Take you like 15-20 minutes. But
Easy peasy.
Hmm?
Easy peasy.
simple, it's Magitech. But you hear a thrum and a crashing sound in the distance, getting closer.
Let's move away.
Bet you that's those dragons. I won't want to.
You got like a spyglass.
Stray gets to see
Smoke?
from any distance.
Look over there.
Look over there.
All right.
Your elf eyes see.
His like helmet visor kind of zooms in a bit. It's like it looks like I don't know how to describe it. What's that thing called? It's like it's in the desert. It's like has like armor. You know, it walks like it walks like a bunch of things. It has a whip.
Armadillo?
Scorpion.
That's the word. It looks like one of those that's like bigger than the Wanderer's War Strider.
We need to leave.
Hard pass. Let's go away from there.
Can we start sending our own alarms now? Just
Just inside of the ship.
retreat.
Get to safety.
A white flag pops up above the ship. It's just like we're flying away.
Here, I'll go talk to Righteous Devil about this. One sec. He comes into where you guys
I
are.
was like, who?
Yeah, we never call him by his actual name.
He goes in and describes a giant metal scorpion that looks also kind of like a pyramid walking towards. And it's like, that's a. And Arzak speaks up. That's a temple guardian.
Oh, the keyword here being guardian. I assume it's going to.
They're security for research installations and sanctums.
Oh.
Are the repairs done?
Would they recognize you? Either of you?
Yes.
Okay, so.
They're more cognitive.
Oh, okay. I don't think we have much to worry about then if we.
They're custodians.
Ah.
Okay, well then you should probably intersect it before it sees all of us.
Yeah.
Before you.
Before it gets grumpy,
Yeah.
you should talk
Tell it
to
that we have official business here with you or something.
Oh, it's official.
It's
It
official.
doesn't need to know that.
It's official if I say it's official.
There you
I'm
go.
a diplomat.
Yeah.
I head to your yard and steal my stuff.
Very well. I'll go interface with this temple guardian.
Let's interface.
And Nightman's like, I'll go with.
Okay.
And that was the last time we ever saw them.
Well, let's go home.
What, are we just gonna ditch Void for a second time along with the Nightman and Killer Queen's son?
Well, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, Killer Queen's son's still here.
Into the corner.
I thought that was...
The
who's going-
second voice was her other buddy. That
Oh, I thought it was...
Arzak.
Oh, I thought it was Nightman.
Plus, there's also the Abyssal.
Isn't that the name of the horse from Neverending Story?
That's Artax.
Okay.
Arzak and Nightman walk on down.
So like this doesn't bode well if we
so,
get to the
so the way
oil
you guys are
version.
the way you guys are landed, you're landed on like a little outcropping platform that's connected to like a rectangle kind of walkway. But there's more of those kind of platforms on the side of it, and they're held up by suspended beams that go up into the darkness forever. So you're on like a suspended walkway that has kind of a wall behind it screwed into, but it still goes on so far that you can't actually see its terminus. It has like alcoves and like scaffolding areas to hide in. About half an hour goes by before they walk back.
How'd it go?
It went well. The Guardian here is in charge of a research installation. One of the Divine Ministers delegated down to some machine spirits.
Oh, which one?
Not relevant.
Okay.
So, yeah, looks like they have a skyship port there and everything. Or not a skyship port, what's it called here? Tunnel ship port.
Huh.
Seems like they could help us
Yep.
locate Void.
Let's mosey on over.
Alright, you guys pile in, take off, and start to fly down that kind of rectangle platform area. And eventually, there's a large, ornate, pyramidal scorpion machine with like a tail that has what looks like what could be in modern parlance a rocket launcher / plasma cannon on its tail.
So fucking metal. Illuminati
Bigger-
confirmed, by the way.
It's bigger than your War Strider, and it has like 9 or 10 legs that are also like shields that can like
Ooh,
snap
would
together
you
to be
like
like defensive
Oh, yes.
barriers, and it just slams forward and is just walking along.
Build something big and
Majestic's
awesome and it's
like-
immediately outclassed.
taking like sketches and stuff.
Yeah, when you guys get near, the tail looks up and like gives off light and like kind of just scans your entire ship,
Just to be sure.
tracking you.
Can we cloaking? Yeah, pretty much. It's like, hey, I'm
Wow.
watching you, bud.
And yeah, the scaffolding itself recesses inward,
Wait.
and there is a triangular shaped hole that has like doors that have like clicked together in a triangle formation, and it opens outward towards you guys when you get near.
Nightman. Do they not communicate between sectors? Like with the last sector we just attacked, not shell this sector. We're in the ship. It's fine.
That last sector was miles and miles and miles away. Elementals from either sector probably would never have talked to each other.
Huh. Inefficient.
Yeah.
Everybody minds their own business.
Yeah, they have a job to do, but
It's like expecting our bakers to talk to our artisans.
they
Wait,
don't.
they don't?
Your farmers only,
Artisan bread.
Yeah.
Come on.
We don't have that. That's
What?
That's like hipster shit.
who taught you that word?
With the
Artisan
vine.
bread.
Probably the Killer Queen, the one who or not Killer Queen, Majestic. Damn it.
Oh man, I had a little thing for this too. It's all gone.
Oh no.
I have something for this. Let me pause. Okay, yeah. When you guys enter in, it's a smaller area. It's only a bit bigger than your ship itself, and it has kind of a dip down on the bottom. It's like a octagonal tunnel. It dips down at the bottom, and there's another tunnel skimmer down there, and there's a parking space in front of it, so you guys can hover down and land, and then a catwalk goes over top, so people can just walk over your ship.
Okay.
And there's like 20 or 30 Autocthonian citizens in here and a variety of machine spirits. And they're working at consoles, at workbenches. There are various tubes in the background full of liquid that's bubbling. There seems to be another temple guardian in here that's been partially dismantled. It's like has exposed inner workings and stuff that are spinning and whatnot.
I'm gonna definitely take notes. This stuff's cool.
Mm-hmm. And you guys leave your ship.
Yeah.
There are two guys in, or two people in those kind of black form-fitting suits with the faceless mask over top of them that looks like a gas mask, with crossbows in either hand.
Ah, cool.
What?
Well,
Each
they're
of them have a
dual
crossbow.
wielding.
That's what in either hand means.
They can have two. It's a crossbow.
They can have two. Are they both dual wielding crossbows?
Why not?
That'd be really cool.
Is that-
There's
Yeah,
so much better.
Fucking.
It's probably like wrist mounted.
Because that's not what you originally
Heavy
meant.
crossbow.
You just said the wrong word and now you're backtracking.
I don't care. This is a waste of time. Yeah, they're there to greet you guys when you come out. All 15 of you.
Hi.
Oh, plus the War Strider,
Oh yeah, that.
which basically has to stay outside.
It's not allowed.
Sorry,
inside. It
TJ.
has to use the back entrance.
Okay.
What, and then Nightman walks out and they're like, oh, champion! What, how can we help you? What are you doing this deep in the reaches? My companions and I are, here on a rescue mission. They can, fill you in on it.
Oh yeah, we're looking for someone. He looks a lot like.
Here's
He's
a
gonna pull out
statue
one of
of
those
him.
scrolls and unfurl it.
You lost a child in here?
A 30-year-old one.
Unfortunately, yes.
I knew his eyes were too big.
Looks can be deceived.
No, he's just very young looking.
Aren't most children?
He's a champion of creation, so younger looking.
What's a creation?
Oh wow, you really are. What would they call it? Or like
The one before?
would they even have that knowledge? Or
These guys don't really keep up to date with the nations.
oh,
They haven't killed you on principle that you're here with Nightman, because you don't have soul gems.
yeah, he's just a
Oh,
champion.
yeah.
Get
like
soulless,
that.
kill them.
Oh, I start glowing my symbol.
Mine's always
Or
visible. They're like, they don't really have a reaction.
Oh, he's a sorcerer. Put it that way. He's a
What's
sorcerer.
a sorcerer?
What do your people call them? Magic users?
Nothing. We don't have sorcery here.
Wait, seriously?
What?
What?
How do you not?
Are you
I
guys?
could have sworn they had
Sorcery runs off of creation's Titan principles.
Oh.
Don't Autochthonians have
Yeah,
installation
machine protocols. People don't use those. Alchemicals use those.
Oh.
That's just sad.
Ow.
He's a defective champion. I'm just gonna
Okay.
go with that.
Let's not go with that. Let's not go with that at all. That is not the case. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It's just a kid who is actually pretty tough and would probably take care of himself that we're trying to find.
Nightman's like, he's a martial artist.
There you go.
Yeah, that works.
Like, oh, okay, all right, I gotcha.
They're just like, oh.
So yeah, he's lost somewhere in here. He was in the that last area, whatever that was.
There's no place for anyone.
Yeah.
That's like 4 weeks away.
Yeah, he's a fast traveler, I guess.
He was there like 2 months ago.
2 months ago, yeah.
And then he left, and you're searching for him.
Yeah, 2 months ago there was a security breach there. The whole place locked down.
Exactly.
Had some cogwheel dragons fly on by. The Guardians had to go into a defensive stance.
Yeah, we believe he got out before everything sealed down.
Huh. Well, good luck to you. Do you want to have a rest, have some food?
Yeah, that's probably why, actually.
Okay. Various arms come out and start grabbing onto your ship and start, like, pulling plates off and replacing parts.
Okay.
Cables start plugging into it to, like, switch over its essence capacitors.
Are they doing anything I don't like?
Well, they're touching it.
I'm
Well,
gonna make sure they're not ruining anything.
that's what my
Oh yeah, a bunch of the recharge and the repair stuff is inefficient. They just don't know any better.
But like I can do that, right? Yeah. As long as it's not like gonna actually damage anything, I'm gonna let them think
They
they're
drop it
being-
into the trash
I'm gonna-
pile.
I'm gonna let them think they're being useful.
They blend it. Turn it into goop.
But yeah, they show you where the sleeping area is. It's a hot swappable bunk bed kind of affair. And they show you where their nutrient tap is. It's basically a large octagonal... it looks like a series of razors and screws that ram into the wall, and like the middle of it opens up into a kind of dispenser port. That kind of just leaks this kind of gray slurry out the side into a collection basin, and they just have like little metal cups that just kind of scoop out of and drink out of, or use like their hands or like little tinier spoon cups.
Majestic has some of his...
Try out the slurry vent. It's a pretty rich tapping, right near one of the main arteries.
Oh, hey, here. Try one of these.
Oh,
That's
go
metal.
badly.
You're not
It's
going to eat
food.
that.
I'll unwrap it.
That looks like grease.
You are so stupid. You're missing everything. I'm going to eat it. It's delicious.
Oh my god.
Just make him eat it. Just make him eat it.
Well, you could,
Hold him down and shove it
I
down
will
his
hold
throat.
him
best-
down.
He might then start trying to lick fucking grease on the
well,
walls.
you could
He's
take
an
Not our
Red
problem.
Bull, you can take ambrosia and turn it into slurry, and it'll be the best slurry out there.
idiot.
Don't
Why
mind
the fuck
him.
would we waste
And
it?
then they'll get addicted to ambrosia.
He has an eating disorder, terrible stomach issues. All he can eat is grease.
Oh wow, that sounds like a Reach's mutation.
That's why he looks so unnatural.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Look at that
So
smooth,
dark skin.
unnatural skin, almost reflective.
Ooh, so oily.
Now it kind of walks in front of you. Don't listen to them. That's not what's happening here. And he kind of just puts his arm over you and gets his, like, he's taking his fire. What the fuck are you doing? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you trying to make me kill every one of these people?
Why would you have
Why
to
would
kill
you
them?
kill them? We should kill them.
They
Too
don't,
majestic.
they don't understand humor here, do they?
You just told them that the Majestic's a mutant. Do you know what they do to people who are different down here?
That's racist.
You're different.
Hmm?
I mean, you're different.
No, I'm part of the design.
Yeah.
You're a bunch of freaks without soul gems wandering around the part where mutants and gremlins come from.
Oh,
Smarten up!
Yeah.
fair enough. The thing
Definitely don't have to kill everyone here.
I said drink the slurry.
It's still funny.
He just kind of walks away and just kind of shakes his hands, frustrated like.
Don't worry, quick Killer Queen. I thought it was hilarious.
Don't they have anything other than slurry here?
This is all they eat.
Yeah, that's literally
Wow.
their
For-
food.
Ever.
Wow.
They
That's
don't
all you ever
have
need.
plants here. There's no sun.
It's such a sad, sad day.
It's legit like Soylent. Like, it gives you everything you need.
Yeah.
It's more oatmeal-ish, though.
I like how Nicole was
So it's
okay
like-
with it when it was Soylent. As soon as it turned into oatmeal, Nicole's like, no.
Well, I
Hard
mean,
pass.
So it's like
Soylent's all right,
Nebuchadnezzar.
but if it was all thick and
It's like
chunky like that,
Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's like
exactly what
rancid.
Nebuchadnezzar. That's where the inspiration came from.
Okay.
And that's where they got it from for Autocthonia.
Oh my god, I just realized the entire time I've been picturing from the Teletubbies, the little pink pigs they eat. I just realized that's what I've been picturing
oh,
the
it's
entire time.
that's isn't it
hilarious.
actually custard or something?
I don't know what it is. I think they call it custard.
Yeah, they call it custard.
It's just
Air
old
quotes.
Teletubbies.
Those guards give you guys weird looks and then walk back off to the rest of the crew as they're pulling plating off of the Temple Guardian and like putting it up on hooks and suspensions and like armor cranes or like engine block cranes.
When I have a moment alone, I'm going to use the Trumpet of Far Utterance to try and find or communicate with Void.
What's Trumpet of Far Utterance do?
That's the one where I can like create a hologram of where they are and where I am.
It's the same one I use all the time.
Yeah. His for communication, like he tries to connect with him, but I think if Void doesn't accept the call, then-
Void doesn't not accept the call, but your sorcery hits a wall.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like a wall? Like,
Some sort of disruption zone.
Probably doesn't work properly here.
is there a way to try and enforce it?
I helped out. Would it
punch
Proximity. Words. Remember, words trump sorcery.
Proximity? What do you mean?
Like you'd have to be closer to try and repair it.
Okay. I guess that can...
Sorcery gets trumped by charms and essence.
Hmm.
So whatever's happening is much more higher scale.
Yeah.
No, that's not everything.
Yeah, some of the machine spirits are like large mosquito-looking machines made of crystal and metal, and they're just kind of floating around, buzzing around you guys. They're about, the size of a cat, making that mosquito noise from like internal turbines, just flitting around you guys, looking at you.
I could like improve what they're trying to do, like they're correct, like they're fixing things they're doing right now, but like they just wouldn't listen to me.
Because you have no jam.
They're
Yeah.
too stupid, so they wouldn't listen to
Yeah.
Why
me.
don't you just find a jam, ram it into your forehead?
You guys should start giving gems to your citizens.
No.
Why not?
Wait, actually, yeah, why not?
Because I don't want to ram steel rods into other people's heads.
They would do it
Soul
themselves.
steel.
We would just put it against a wall, and they'd be like, "For the Wanderer," and they'd run into it.
I imagine all my people like get my cast mark like tattooed on.
That's where you get the
forehead.
eye ones. They're just everywhere because people keep running into them.
Oh, rubies.
They're like, "For the Wanderer."
I'm assuming it's not a traumatic operation.
It's dramatic.
Dramatic.
That's why they
They have
do it
like
when
a
they're
huge nail
children.
gun.
People who get installed when they're adults say that they never, ever, ever forget it. It haunts their nightmares and their dreams.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Okay.
Sounds pretty boring though.
How far are we from the sort of center of the pole of smoke, as in from the city that's there?
You want to ask the people who live here?
Yeah.
Because they know directions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably asking like, around this field we are.
You're at one of the exchange points for the Pole of Smoke. You're actually not that far from Zexy's.
Oh, that's what I was asking.
That's where we came from.
Okay.
Was that one of the cities that's broken through? Or...
Yes. Well, sorry.
Zexy's in Loran.
But Loran broke through. Exactly provided the champion. Okay. So they're not connected.
Yeah, you just have to get through the quarantine layer.
Okay. Do we want to go through to Zexy's, or do we want to keep switching?
Well, the question is, where is Nello at all?
Do we have, between the Royal Nello and me, have we kind of pinpointed a rough direction of where Void is?
A moment. Whoa. Nel's kind of been just like doing that meditating thing and like just kind of hanging out when he kind of jerks awake. Oh! Guys, I had a vision.
Oh, do tell.
This person showed up in my dream and told me that we need to go through the quarantine layer to find Void.
What person?
Some like person.
Void?
No, it wasn't Void. I could tell. I wouldn't call it a person if it was Void.
Well, I never know with you.
Was a person?
Exactly. That would be the
Void's
Wanderer's
not-
response. Void's a person, you racist.
Peopleist?
Whatever,
Ooh.
there's not a word for it. I'm just using racist.
Maybe it's a grown-up version of Void. What could Void have become if he
What
didn't
Void
die?
thinks he looks like?
How Void sees himself.
It looked like a woman made of crystal and like metal. I don't know.
So like everyone around here.
No.
No, that sounds more like the...
Iris alchemical.
Wasn't that, like, what's her name? The, part of the gremlin people? Didn't she look crystal-esque?
We've never met a woman who was gremlinized, didn't we?
Are you talking about Troubleshooter?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Troubleshooter.
Okay.
Troubleshooter looks like Sam Saran. She's very distinct.
Oh, okay.
Also, she wasn't gremlinized.
My guess is
Anyone recognize a person by this description? People that live here?
well, I guess we could
Yeah,
ask
Nightman.
Nightman whether they have like some posters of the divine ministers. Maybe that'll spark
Or the
something.
most wanted.
Not the most.
Arzak gets the info, and one of the machine spirits nearby, who looks kind of like a collection of tubes and pipes and orbs that basically make up its face and eyes. So it's like a garbage pile of like scrap. That sounds like the minstrel subroutine for prophecy.
There we go.
Who's gonna go
Prophecy?
legit prophecy for you?
Wow, that's important.
Alright, let's go through the
Arzak's
whatever
like,
you decide.
oh, so my rot. Why would she reach out to you? How quaint.
Maybe she wants Void out of here. I mean,
Who is Samairot?
The
Minister
minstrel
prophecy.
subroutine for prophecy.
Let's leave. Let's go to the place that she just told us to go.
I mean, he's an extremely powerful sorcerer, necromancer, infected with gremlin syndrome. I can't see why she wouldn't want him out of here.
Huh. Wait. Prophecy. Isn't that one of Cadmec's assistants? Yes. Yes, it is the minister's. Huh. So there's that.
That seems like a good enough lead to me.
Well, if that's what she said, then let's go.
Alright.
With great haste.
You guys take a break here, or do you just kind of fly up and go?
Well, we took a little break here.
Alright.
This place is
This facility is being supervised by various subroutines of Doma Damod, the Minister of Repair and Recycling and Maintenance. They're currently using more conservative techniques to upgrade and upkeep the Temple Guardians here.
Conservative?
Thinner, stronger armor, more efficient ways for it to refine essence, pulling out parts that it doesn't need anymore, and then using them to like upkeep other ones. It's just a little project that they're working on to keep the quarantine layer above Xexes safe.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're just good to go for the quarantine layer, which we should probably figure things out about before we go.
Yeah, the quarantine layer. I don't know much about that, and as far as I think, it's not quite my specialty.
How does Autocthonia quarantine areas?
One of the Xexes guys. Oh, the quarantine layer? It's a nightmare. It's like 50 stories of seal valves and airlocks that are protected by dreadnoughts to keep the gremlin infestation in the elemental pool of smoke that's being broken down from the rest of Autocthonia.
So we don't
Xexes is on the inside hanging down into the pole. That's one of the only ways we can get resources.
Breaching it would threaten to spread the infection.
We breach it all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we dreadnought bait.
And what are dreadnoughts?
Dreadnoughts are machine spirit guardians, usually Gamma or Delta class. Very hard to deal with. Sometimes you get lucky and we can bait away the most of the forces and get only a cogwheel dragon or two. Not that hard to get through to get past them, and then we can head to the other nations and get supplies or send out communications. We get most of our resources from the Pool of Smoke, just from stuff that's been left there to be broken down.
Okay. So, do you need to go through the quarantine section right now? Would you want to go through the quarantine section right now? Because we could help you if you help us.
We're fine. We're here on a mission from the ministers.
You know the safest route through then, right? Safest in massive quotations.
It's kind of hard to bait from this side, but it's doable.
How do you bait them?
Cause enough of a disturbance, set off an energy signal, like an essence lattice, and it'll start to draw their attention, and then run the other way, and then outrun them. I know where to hide.
All right.
We lose a few people every time, but it's the best way to get through.
We can get through easier ways, I guess.
You want to trouble stuff.
Yeah, I have opening the way. I can create a hole through security, so it just guards suddenly wander away from their post, or doors just happen to open when we walk by.
And then the gremlins are watching them.
And I think we can create a big enough energy disturbance. If we just do God's grinding gears.
All right, yeah. If you want to break into Xexes, good luck.
All right.
So we'll get in the ship, and I'll use opening the way, I guess.
All right.
That.
Let's see what we got. You guys get into your ship and start following the directions that you and... Oh shit, I forgot his name. Nello.
He's so forgettable.
Have kind of figured out. I love that he still existed. He was like, what's his name?
Austin's character.
Yeah, Austin's character. He's just still hanging around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Because
try
you
and
made
drag
him
Austin
like
back
the
to
companion of a main
Sure.
character.
Okay, you guys fly for about an hour out of this area and start following. There are pipelines they point out that you need to follow that are shaped in specific ways, made of coiled cable and strung together arteries. And basically, there's a large nexus of them that all kind of... it's about a football stadium-sized plate that looks like it itself is an opening hatch that has cabling going all around it, plugged into it, like a hydraulic system. And yeah, you guys are hovering over top of it, like using your lights to kind of light up old Autocthonian realm-styled sigils that have been carved onto it that proclaim warnings quarantine zone.
Okay. I use
So opening the way just unlocks shit?
opening the way. It literally says, create a hole in security. Whether it's a guard suddenly wandering away or a rift in a magical barrier, the hole allows you and your allies to clear a path into a place as long as it's practical. So, like, one of the things just happen to turn their back as we float by or something, and we just...
Alright, you throw together your sorcery and hurl it at the hatch.
That's the charm. That's it.
Oh, it's a charm?
Yeah.
What is it tied to?
Navigation.
That's like a travel power?
Yeah.
Do you commit effort for the scene or the day or something?
Or the scene.
Alright.
Oh, that's OP.
Yeah.
Because you just get it back after you're done traveling.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, it opens a hole into an area, but it doesn't allow me to move through the area.
Yeah, using your navigation charms as you start to fly down, your ship starts giving off essence signals, and the platform itself rises up and opens sideways, like with a bunch of hydraulic steam and stuff breaking out because you tricked the system. It starts giving off alarms.
In 500 meters, turn left.
Turn back.
Yeah, it's because it's giving off alarms because the doors are opening.
Yeah.
We just keep going forward, though.
All right, you fly down for about 20 minutes before you arrive at another one of these doors.
To close.
Yeah.
Night has opened.
Yeah, he can just open it then.
It's not a terrible thing. It's just you got into an entire layer. Like, this is an entire section of the facility.
Well, I guess I can just commit another one to get through this one, too.
What, doesn't the last one still apply, or?
Well, it's one per scene, so like it's like he broke into a castle and now he's breaking into another castle.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Yeah, so
Well,
I'll just commit-
technically, you can do it infinitely, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, enough scene time, quote unquote, might be passing. But as you go down, the basically camera perspective would be like your ship's like a drop of light heading down a big empty chasm until it hits the floor again.
Yeah.
But your lights and stuff are illuminating the large shapes of destroyers curled up in stasis, waiting to be activated.
Okay, then.
And when you start to open this one up, like using your charms and your essence to manipulate the entrance, they start awakening, and large coiling serpents, plated in orichalcum and adamant, start like coming down, kind of like a cross between snake and octopus, and opening up their multi-jawed heads.
Okay. They don't notice us yet.
They're very small,
Yeah.
but they're currently searching the area, scanning.
Yeah, so we just slip through these doors and then keep going.
I'm using my natural night charms to be really stealthy with the ship.
Okay,
Yeah, so he's boosting
there are
himself.
50 more levels. Well, 48 now.
Oh, God.
Okay, well this commits only for one, like I commit it for just the scene. So can I just keep going with this?
You'll have to hide eventually. And then
Yeah, well he's
wait for it to
stopped.
recharge and then start again.
Yeah, so he hides us. Once I recharge, we keep going.
Oh, yeah, these
going
things are
until-
searching around. Their jaws are bigger than your ship, and they're just like looking around for the intrusion. Lights are
also
blaring
have-
everywhere.
Know the path, which is constant. I don't need to commit any effort for
Know the
it.
sickness
And it
path.
gives me the safest and easiest path, so...
Yep.
Are there corpses of these things anywhere? No?
They probably
They probably
recycle
recycle them down. I
Yeah,
don't think
exactly.
Right to the elemental pool of smoke, the stomach lines.
Yeah. So between
But
me and him, I think we can be sneaky enough and maneuver.
All right, eventually you get to the last door, which is twice as big and looks thicker, and actually has large trapdoor spiders made of mechanized that are hanging out under kind of like pillbox hatches and have essence cannon pincers
That's fucking terrifying.
that are just like popped up and deployed, waiting to shoot down anything that gets through the door.
Okay.
There's hundreds of these things just lining the door wall.
I'm like, oh, there's only just a couple. I'll just go out there and smash.
Nightmare, would you like to negotiate?
I don't.
Yeah, Nightman, do you think you can negotiate, or should we try and keep doing what we're doing?
You're pretty good at stealth, right? You can't apply to the whole ship.
Well, can it?
And my walker that's
And I
Do you
can,
have stealth? Did you take any stealth?
Yeah, I
cast?
did take stealth. Let's see how big of it's stealth.
I can use what I used again so they are
Stealth,
distracted.
minor.
Minor? Minor. I was looking for major. If you were major, you could have miracled through this.
Of major larceny.
I have major navigate.
Yeah, but it won't
It's-
stop
yeah.
the turrets.
That's fair. I have.
I have performance major. I'll dance.
Can I out Warzone?
I mean, you could bait them with your War Strider.
No.
Not
Your way.
terrible idea.
Oh, wait.
You know, if
We
I don't
just
like
have
my
sorcery.
things. What does TJ think?
None are stronger than us.
This is true.
We have a
I'm
lot of
not
people
gonna
here,
do it.
and some of them are experts at stealth. such
Yeah,
as-
Knight of Curses. She's a master of stealth. Yeah, she can pull this off.
And if not multiple, I think a lot of us have Glyph of Crowned Impunity. If enough of us
Yeah.
cast it.
The door begins to open and the spiders start shooting everywhere.
Just randomly into them.
Yeah, at everything, in case you're invisible.
Oh,
They might be invisible. Get them.
Your ship's taking hits by random.
Well, actually, I've got my innate willpower that protects me from random happenings.
Does it protect your ship?
Well, if you're going by Godbound rules, then yeah, whatever I fly has my powers.
Oh yeah, because he's piloting it.
Alright. No, wait, this isn't a Godwalker.
Okay.
I thought it was based on because
No,
it has like
your,
a Godwalker
your shit is based on it. This is just a Magitech boat.
Oh.
It's not a god. Like, your shit is because it's super artifacts. This is just
stock
airships.
I'm thinking about his ship, which can like
Yeah.
morph into like a little mech thing.
No, if that was that uses Godwalker rules, I would have let that slide definitely. But no, this is just Magitech.
I don't
Okay.
know.
You guys are flying down, getting shot before you get through the gate.
I have physique as a major. Can I go out there and just like take the shots?
If you had your War Strider, you could defend it.
Yeah, because if they don't full round attack, my War Strider doesn't do any damage. So if it's just like
Oh shit! Yeah, you have that
So if it's-
field,
yeah.
the volley negation field.
yeah, so they have to full round attack me specifically.
All right,
or
you
it
drop pretense of stealth as instead of the bolts going everywhere, filling up this entire chasm, they all concentrate like a pyramid, pinpointing on you.
Oh,
and you're just
wait.
leading the charge with the volley negation field.
doesn't- All right, I'll actually pilot it for this though.
Yeah. You guys fly straight down through the opening door, which they're all mounted on. And the underside of the door, by the way, is scarred with acid and like webbing and like hanging, dripping, wrecked parts of rusted metal. And you fly straight down into that door.
Spider
Just gonna
shooting
pause.
random.
And we're back. So you breach through the security gates, and your vision on your vessel is obscured. It's an airtight vessel, but you are in a burning ember field.
Okay, I use again my sun vision to navigate us out.
As far as the eye can see, thick, acrid, acidic smoke. Heavy smog and pollution and combusting, burning clouds of gases. In kind of like a firestorm almost everywhere.
Well, I think we should be going down. Eventually we'll do something
Down?
else. Well, we are going down.
Yeah.
And you're at the top of the elemental pool of smoke.
Or we were like on the connection.
You came down
Okay.
Yeah.
through the quarantine zone.
Okay.
The bottom is full of acid.
I wonder we were at the metal, which is like the bottom layer that connects to gas. We're scaling the bottom around the metal layer and then going back in.
You went up over into the quarantine zone. The quarantine zone's coming in through the ceiling.
Okay.
But yeah, the ship's outer hull is starting to heat up, and a lot of the finer parts are being scored off by just pollution and chemical damage.
We should try and defend this now.
Protect it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all parts of the hologlyphic displays on here are showing red everywhere. You can't see through the screen at all. Part of the glass, like as you're watching, is starting to get little tiny, like, those little tiny holes that show up on metal as it gets rusted and damaged. That's starting to show up on, like, the glass of the dome of the viewport.
Wait, smoke is doing this?
Have you not been paying attention?
Vaguely?
It's
Just
covered
a-
in heat and acid and chemicals
Oh.
and pollution.
Do you have any
Okay.
kind of crafting that can, like a crafting miracle that can just hold the ship together while we fly through here? Or
If we go in a straight line, I mean, nothing could hurt it, right?
No, this is a
This is
Magitech
different
ship.
This is a
This
crappy
isn't
ship.
your
Right.
benediction.
Beacon of celestial purity.
What does that do?
Illuminates everything within 100 feet. It cleanses everything it touches, rendering objects clean and neutralizing poisons and disease sources. This is all poison and acid.
It's not poison, it's acid. Caustic,
Poisonous.
bubbling, burning acid. No! Alright,
Different.
can that spell, flip it another way, can that spell dispel lava or boiling water?
No.
Then you guys are in for a fright.
I have Body of Iron Will, but that only applies to me.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
Oh my god!
I don't even know.
I
If
have
that-
hammer hand.
I don't even know if this will save me. Is it extreme heat, cold pressure, radiation, or vacuum? It doesn't.
It's extreme heat. It's not extreme heat, it's just heat. Your War Strider's doing pretty alright.
Oh, that's good.
It's an artifact.
But- yeah,
Let's
it's an
go into that
artifact. That means my armor should be fine. It's artifact
Did I
armor.
make this ship?
No.
No,
Okay.
Shockwave did.
Shit. Should have christened it or something.
Well, you did fix it up.
Yeah, you did specifically say you worked on it and fixed it out.
You begin to descend faster.
Because perpetual, I have perpetual
Perfect.
perfection.
I would like grab the ship and use flickering advance to
only
push us through if I could see
intentional
where you're
efforts
going.
at destruction have any chance of ruining the items I do. and they're at least twice as hard to destroy as ordinary constructions, with mundane vehicles and structures having twice as many hit points as normal. Magical artifact vehicles and edifices you create have normal one. This is probably magical, so.
Magic.
Reverence of Sea.
One of your hover discs is about to fail.
It's okay if we start falling out of the sky. I'll just get my mech to grab us.
Do you look going?
You're gonna head outside and start trying to fix it as you're.
Oh, I don't want to go outside.
Prepare from
Just
the
like take
inside.
my armor.
Ooh.
It should just snap to your size or something. You made it.
You made me!
Okay, I've got best course of action, which I gain 1 sentence of truthful information from the GM about the best way to accomplish our current goals or desires. How do we save this?
How do you save yourselves from burning up?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll.
You're caught in a storm cloud in the pole of smoke. You gotta leave it.
Okay.
So warp drive.
Okay.
Are we wanting to go down? And going down.
There's only way to go is down.
Well,
So why don't
smoke
we just
rises.
cut all the engines so that we fall faster?
Well,
Instead
we
of trying to
could,
like control descent, why don't we just...
no. Well, we could speed them up so you're going down even faster.
Yeah.
All right, you rocket yourself down.
Pretty much.
After a while,
this is a bad idea because we don't know where the ground is.
it's
below.
quite a ways away.
Okay.
Remember, this is an entire direction, right? So instead of being full
Oh.
of metal and ground or like water, it's a cylinder the size of Earth that's empty space.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry, I'm used to like normal laws.
So do we go to steam now?
It's smoke.
Smoke. Oh, sorry.
It's smoke.
Smoke's at the bottom. Okay.
All right, so you rocket your way down, losing a good chunk of the front of your hull just from friction and force. And eventually the smog stops being superheated, and this particular pocket of free-floating acid and combustibles passes, and it's just thick, coiling, acrid smoke that's starting to like seep its way in through all the breaches in the hull. It's a foul smell. You guys are in Flint, Michigan, or Rio.
Could we plug this up? Hint.
Were you not paying attention?
Like just plug the vents so it doesn't smell in here? Like what do you
No,
mean?
there's holes.
There's
possibly.
holes.
Smog is pouring its way in.
Yeah.
All right.
Just fucking do it.
Whoosh.
It's not hard.
Okay,
Some stucco.
just you gotta be a part of it. All right. So yeah, you're able to patch up the hull as it's starting to buckle and fail from all that damage. You're in smog. Smog going on forever.
Hey,
Hold this
Dead.
way.
man, slave, boy, point to the direction of your
Yellow?
master. I don't know their names right now.
Yellow.
There we go.
Pathic Nella.
Dead man, slave boy.
Realm supporter.
Wow.
That's a low.
I couldn't
That's
even
the
think.
racist thing you
That's not racist. That's
It's not
just.
even racist.
That's just elitist.
Hey, you.
That's elitist. That's what that is.
for elitists.
Okay, we're here now. I don't know.
It's not like just like be like a metal detector. Just like point us where we need to go.
I wonder if I just like yell void out the window if he'll respond. Just like void.
Marco.
Yeah, exactly. Void, your best buddy's here.
There are shadows in the smoke moving past you. Something large and leathery with a wingspan.
I don't suppose our pagers work here.
Nightman, could you talk to them?
Or tell us what they are.
This is the pole of smoke. This is where defective components are brought to, break down and stuff. It's where gremlins end up getting processed.
Oh.
Oh, that explains why. That explains why we're here.
Would those be smoke dragons or would those be something else? I guess I have a look with my eyes there.
You try to get a look on
Have a
it?
look
Yeah.
with my eyes.
With my special
Look
eyes.
at my nose.
It is a large kite-like creature made of leathery flesh run through with machinery and organs that are kind of just hanging out of its chest cavity where its maw is, and it comes flying and slams onto your windshield.
Like a manta ray?
Kind of like a manta ray if it also had like a screaming face on the underside with like metal in its eyes.
There's like a happy face.
Okay.
No, it's like it's like burst open from swelling.
So it's got meaty organs.
The moment it latches
Okay.
on, I'm jumping in the
I
mech.
think that's a gremlin.
It's trying to like chew on the bubble for the porthole, and its tongue is on there, and the tongue has eyes and a mouth on it,
Nope.
just screaming at you.
I'm gonna rip that thing in half.
Okay, guys.
I'm jumping out into DJ.
All right.
This.
Alright, you grab this thing and kind of like peel it off like a band-aid and just kind
Is it
of
smaller?
fling it
than me?
away.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's that small? Okay. Son,
Fling it away.
thought that was going to be more of a thing. I was ready for a fight.
One of them lands on you.
Oh.
And then like 30 more.
Ah, mosquitoes! Mosquitoes!
Oh, look, it's small countess. Oh my God.
They're kind of like leeches or bats or manta rays.
Well, I'm going to burn them all to hell.
Hey, you might actually group them.
Yeah, they're a battle group. Wow.
Can I do that just around me?
Oh yeah.
On me? Just ignite myself.
Another
in
effort for the
flames.
scene out of your War Strider.
Yep. Wait, are those scenes ones? Oh, they are? Wow.
But they don't come back without maintenance.
Oh.
It's a War
I
Strider.
actually just meant like flare your anima banner.
That
I'm
would
in
do
a War
fuck all.
Strider.
No?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, because this
And
is a very dark
I'm
area.
in a
I see
pilot-
any life down
I'm
here
in a
and
pilot
use the
seat
light.
inside.
These are
Okay.
gremlins. They're hunting for metal and flesh.
Okay.
Oh, that explains it.
They don't have fear. They're malevolent.
Yeah, not
Well,
fear, but
Isn't
if it's...
Downcast a special ability that can inflict
Yeah, he
fear?
could fear them if he wants. He doesn't want to fear them. He wants to fucking kill them.
Ah.
Let's not make this more complicated than this, guys. Anthony
punch
already dealt with the problem.
Okay.
All right, pull of smoke. Sometimes there's shape in the smoke. There's shapes in the smoke.
I think we're still continuing going in the same direction we're going.
Straight down.
Yeah, away from the seals. Yes.
All right, you got like 2 hours of transit time ahead of you.
Do they keep ripping these things in half and crushing them as they get close to us?
Well, could we patch this up while we are just falling down through some less hazardous smoke?
Oh yeah, you can do spot repairs and stuff. Eventually, you're gonna have to go onto the hull though.
Yeah.
Nicole, did you catch that?
Seriously, can't
Well-
you like use my armor to protect you?
Like, I probably can.
You could probably jury rig some suit for yourself and
Yeah.
go up
It
in
would
the
have to
suit.
be.
Yeah, I
Oh
guess
yeah, we're
I
not in the
guess
acid
Can
anymore.
make like an encounter.
I don't even think
suit.
you need a suit. We're not in acid anymore. We're just in smoke. Forgot.
You'll start suffocating really bad if you go out there.
Well, I'll be
Without a
fine. I
proper
don't need
suit.
to. I don't need to breathe, so I don't need my armor right
I
now.
do need.
Yeah, so take my armor.
Your armor isn't a space.
Well,
it doesn't
That's
have
true.
air
That's
okay,
true.
supply.
Right. Shit.
If
This
you,
kind of stuff doesn't affect me.
if you want to make it safe, I brought my little ship along, all packed up. You can put it on yourself.
Oh yeah, you can just
And
make it
be
like
like in
robot.
the
Your
Temple
little
of the Wood.
ship, your horse-sized ship,
Yes.
I thought it folded smaller than that.
horse-sized.
Down to a horse size.
Oh.
You always like motion that you're putting it in your pocket, so I
Yes.
assumed it went that
Yeah, I
small.
thought it went that small.
I have a pocket that's folded space.
Oh, you have a
To fit
bag
a
of
horse in
holding.
There we go.
Does that mean
Yay!
does that mean I can fit things of any size in my armor because there's elsewhere pockets?
I
Well,
mean, you did
shove-
find an egg in there.
Shove a whole person in there,
Well-
just like.
Person size? Yeah, it's like a small room. That's sort of the maximum size normally you could get. Like, you know,
I don't have anything in there.
cubic
Literally,
meter is easy. Pretty
all
much.
that's in my armor is that 1/3 bottle of celestial wine. I have elsewhere pockets and nothing in them. The one
All right,
has
you head
been-
out onto the ship and start doing repairs to the hull as you fly down.
Watch my back.
I've already been watching everyone's back.
The hull is covered in tiny, like, clam muscles that are half machine and half kind of gooey, coiling, pulsing flesh that are just kind of scurrying along the hull, trying to blend in with the metal as they burrow in.
And hiding amongst them is a lung.
You're going to have to score those off.
And glowing towards.
Yeah, this thing's getting smog barnacles.
Ugh.
I don't like Autocthonia.
They're like welding torch.
My ship has a laser.
Some of them have, like, human faces on the inside of them.
These are
Yeah, they're gremlins. Everything here is gremlin.
gremlins. I knew they were bad, but I didn't realize they were gross.
They're working on a gremlin-infected ship.
No, I'm not.
No, they should push.
He's infected.
I'm not gonna let that happen, guys. Come on. We're here to save someone else with gremlins. Why would we leave behind someone who just got sick?
It's just like, oh,
Open the
yeah,
front door.
yeah, he's infected, neck done. That's the answer, right?
Who's adjusting his neck?
Knock him
Done.
off. Now to go save Void.
Who's
He's-
not even part of our circle?
He's probably less infected.
Well, I mean, he probably would have better control over it.
Okay. Make the repairs and
Yep.
keep on descending.
Eventually, there is a shape in the smog. It's a platform.
Okay. Slow down and get closer.
Can we go back inside?
It's hovering in the middle of the smog. It has a kind of helix-shaped kind of spiral into it, not like a propeller, but like a helix cone, and basically the movements of the elemental of smog are basically keeping it up.
Neat.
It looks like built on the top of it is it's a landing pad, and in the middle of it, it looks like there's like a cylindrical structure right under the helix turbine.
Oh, I guess we land.
This is it.
It is
Does
something.
Nightman know what
Something.
this is?
I don't live here.
Does,
Sorry.
Arzak?
Arzak know what it is, or
This appears to be mortal made.
Did Nello
Huh.
see anything like this in his visions?
No?
Of course.
We've got Voice of the Apostate here, who is from Autocthonia.
No, she's from Ixel.
Oh.
That's like assuming that Nicole from Canada is going to know fuck all about Paraguay.
No, I'm just saying we
Wait.
have 3 people who are experts on Autocthonia.
They're not experts on Autocthonia. They just have large
Knowledge.
amounts of knowledge of very specific parts.
Compared to us, they're experts.
Yes.
Okay, so it looks man-made, so it's not a metropolis.
I don't know.
No,
like
it's barely bigger than your ship. Like it just has like a cylinder part.
Very well. Like, if I look around it,
Peel the roof off.
Can you like X-ray through?
it's not magical barriers. Like,
It does have magical barriers built into it.
Let's just go inside.
All right, you guys
Also, isn't
land.
it eyes based on what the light sees, because it's a sun power.
well,
So what the sun touches, you can see.
no.
Which it isn't in here.
No, it's
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm
Unless
saying.
you go to Totemic.
it's like
That's
from
not
me, but we also
That's the same
figure that
energy,
it is a sun miracle. That it would also work on sun. So it's like if I'm in a building that's magical protected, I could also see the top of the building, or for myself.
Okay.
You just can't see through the wall.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, you guys land, and the platform kind of lowers inward, and like a shield goes up over your ship, like a metal kind of awning, and kind of blocks out the smoke and kind of filters the place out like an airlock.
That's good.
That's
Apparently we're
really
being
friendly of
expected.
them.
And then the Grams show up.
Oh, no,
I'm still
no.
outside in TJ. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I guess.
Send Nightman out first.
All right, he heads out.
Do we see anyone meet up with him? Is anyone else showing up?
No. So he walks outside. It looks like after the platform lowers down, there's like entrances lining on like one of the interior walls after it goes down a bit, and he just kind of heads in there.
Okay.
I feel like we should have come with.
Yeah, let's
Yeah, I'm gonna-
follow him.
Yeah, he just essentially should be the lead because he's a champion. So
Okay. So let's go with him.
Some people should stay behind on the ship.
I'll
Well,
stay
you
on
have
the
10
ship.
other people.
So leave the 9 other people here, and the 5 of
And-
us plus 1.
And the mech.
okay.
Oh, that can't fit on this platform.
Not even if it's like scrunched down. Like down on
They'll hang out outside.
Take a knee.
So we go with Nightman.
There are no lights in here, but as you walk in, like, kind of... There's like a sealed kind of door iris. When Nightman kind of taps on a crystal panel nearby, stuff starts lighting up. Very low light, kind of almost red light, gas lanterns start, like, filling with smog and igniting.
Cool. Not essence lab.
Well, they have so much smog to keep it, yeah.
Well, this is full of oil.
The iris opens up into a staircase that like goes down. Walking down, you're in a cylinder-shaped kind of apartment slash what it was for slash kind of storage supply area.
We have it here.
There are various crates that are chilled that have like no, not chilled. There's crates of nutrient slurry in here, like in kind of sealed foil-like packets, kind of like a Tang or whatever. There's spare parts. There's a weapons rack. There's a sleeping quarters area that has like 10 beds in it. Workshops, repair bays, and like scrap. A lot of scrap, like in corners, that's being sorted and filtered out.
Okay, so just some small repair.
Do we see any signs of life, like anyone was around here in the last little while?
Not recently, but maybe within the last few months.
Okay.
Looks like someone's been working here.
So I guess we take some of the scrap, repair our ship.
Do you have a scent boy? Can you stuff him out?
Is Nello supposed to be in there?
I mean, he's the one that's leading us to the guy.
Just rubbing metal shrapnel in his face. Catch the scent, boy.
Do you send Nello?
Yeah, he should be in here.
All right, if Nello's
Yeah,
in
we
there,
bring him with us. He He needs to be with us.
Alright, yeah, there's another floor to this place, and as you guys are looking around, Nello calls you guys over.
Okay.
One of the workshops off in the corner looks like it's been dragged over, like there's scorch marks on the floor from dragging the desks around. And it looks like someone's been working here pretty recently, and there's like creation-style necromantic sigils being recorded onto various amounts of paperwork and scrolls.
Okay, Void was definitely here for a while. He might even still be here, depending upon the workshop.
Well, we could then try calling him, so that seems to be proximity-based.
Also, there's a bunch of scrolls here to read.
A lot of it is stuff based on necromancy and void, and oblivion-based kind of sources. It looks like he's kind of tracking various theories about the Neverborn and how their fossilized tombs work, how they get to be like that sort of thing. A lot of it also kind of starts to delve into Autocthonia and theology, how machine spirits and elementals work, what gremlins are, how they go back and forth, because there's alchemical charms that can actually fix gremlin syndrome on some spirits and give them a format. So just a lot of examples and sample work. There's a few parts of gremlins strewn around here.
It looks like Mike.
And it looks like he's been documenting the elemental pool of smoke.
I should just like knock over one of the beakers and see if he comes out. It's like classic move.
Like a cat.
Yeah. Don't worry, he knows it's me.
I guess we can gather up the notes and give them to what's state? You should know.
Is there nobody here at all?
No, it's devoid of life.
I mean, do you think he'll be back?
Probably not.
Could be.
Why would he?
Why wouldn't she? It looks like he's living here.
Just stop by here.
He's got his notes and everything still here. Why would he leave all this information behind?
Maybe he already memorized it.
So it's not notes. It's more like scrap paper equations. Like they're scrolls. They're big and they're ostentatious. But the information on here is like he was doing.
Trying to do math. And
That's
have
a
to write it out.
draft.
He was writing it out basically. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was trying to kind of get his thoughts together.
Fair. Okay. So it's not him trying to document things.
No, this isn't documentation. This is just him trying to work through problems.
Yeah. Field notes.
Is there any like one May style camera system here?
No.
Damn. Yeah, you can dream, right?
Well, again, I think we should just repair ourselves up a bit and head on forward. I guess we could check the maps. Oh, you are here in relationship to something else.
It looks like Void was tracking biotectonic movements in the elemental pool of smoke. Seeing how the various parts of the systems kind of lined up and connected with other elemental pools and other plates that exist in the Great Maker systems. There's various kind of lung facilities and pressure pumps that disconnect and reconnect at random. And so he's just kind of tracking all of those types of movements, getting timing right.
This one will go through them. Down.
Does he have one circled? Like this is the date. This one kind of looks like.
It doesn't look like that, but it looks more like he was timing down when certain parts of the world come in alignment, and one specific part of the elemental pool of smoke lines up on its continental shelf, basically every couple of months.
Okay.
Oh, so it's probably
Is
doing
it close to aligning again?
Just passed. It's like monthly.
Okay. So
Well, aligning
it
with.
will be a month.
It looks like, there are fireworks going off over there. Or an explosion.
terrorism.
It looks like the way the lungs work is some of those valves basically switch over, and when they switch over, there's kind of tunnels for different types of maintenance spirits to kind of pour into. And he's trying to get into one of those kind of service tunnels.
He could probably go almost anywhere from
It leads deeper into the pool of smoke.
deeper into Well, I guess gremlins are on the outskirts, and he wants to find more gremlins.
Probably wants to find like the source or something. That'd be my bet. More power that way. Find where they come from, not just the outcast mutants.
Well, I guess we're going to be heading that way and try to fudge our way into those tunnels.
All we can really
So
do
we're
is
gonna wait
retrace
in
the
line.
steps.
Not waiting, well,
Or
Well, how far away is it?
I mean, your ship, he's going by kind of ways he was traveling through here, which involved a lot of kind of jerry-rigging together various means of transportation just from, local stuff. dead gremlins, dead machine gods. The elemental pool of smoke's kind of rich in those kinds of
You
resources.
can just like bunch of stuff together and make it run.
Yeah. For you guys, it would probably take a couple days to get where he was going.
You should attract a lot of those kite things, kill them all, and wrap the ship in them.
Ooh, reboot style. I like it.
Yeah, as a skin, protect the ship from the poison.
Dips.
Okay, go for it, Wanderer.
I run out.
All right.
I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah, there's fireworks going off down there. They're kind of neat.
I don't even see what
You're there. You see it?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh, I think.
Yeah, right. Here, I'm going to pause. And we're back. What were you guys just talking about?
Coating ourselves with the bodies of dead enemies.
Yeah, using dead gremlins to camouflage your ship.
Not a bad plan. Yeah, I'm gonna start just punching them out, ripping them out of the sky, and throwing them in a pile next to the dome.
Okay.
Or just whatever material this entire place is made out of that's protecting it.
Metal.
It has charms installed into it.
Not the facility, but like just structures in the area and stuff like
I
that.
think it's magical barriers, isn't it? You specified?
Yeah.
It's magical barriers protecting it.
This structure?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has like a charm installed that's like repelling a lot of the damage and keeping gremlins away.
I mean, can't we just take that charm out and install it in the ship?
really.
Why didn't we pellet the facility? Just like, through the engines.
It doesn't really, it wouldn't really, like, it wouldn't repel a gremlin.
How heavy is this
attack.
platform?
Heavy? It's like a little floating apartment.
You can lift it.
Can I lift it?
I mean, it's already lifted.
Oh, so I already did
more.
lift it. This place knows what's up.
Okay. So, I guess we take some of the bodies, coat the ship with, and head off. Night.
Nightman checks out the like washroom in the sleeping area, and there's a bunch of blood and gore in the sink, and like little bloody handprints all over it.
Creepy.
So
Yeah, there's like little hunks of meat and like little obsidian scalpel tools left behind.
Oh my god, he
He was
was
just dissecting creatures, right?
no, he was trying to probably carve
RG
a
of
tumor.
lore?
Yeah.
There goes
Oh, that's human flesh.
Yeah. You remember that scene in X-Men with that guy with the wings trying to cut his own wings off?
No,
Yeah,
that's
I
a
think that's
stupid
kinda what
scene.
happened.
Remember that scene in Total Recall where Arnold put the thing up his nose and ripped out that little tracker thing?
No.
He's probably cutting out tumors and the like.
Yeah.
Huh.
Trying to trim down the mutations.
Interesting.
He just wants to look beautiful.
Well, if that's voice flash, then maybe you can use that for some charms to connect with him.
Can we just gather it up and call it wood?
Can we? I mean, that's how sympathetic connections work.
That spell to get to him isn't working. He's in an area that's disturbed.
Some places disturbed.
Shadowlands.
Alright, so you guys are leaving this behind?
Is there any charms that, like, with some form of a sympathetic connection, basically just kind of points you, like almost like a compass spell?
That charm you have that lets you know the direction.
Yeah.
That's what you guys are following right now.
Yeah. So that.
It's just, if you followed in that direction, you'd hit a brick wall, but now you have context.
Okay.
Like, you guys are doing the investigation work that's allowing your thing to have better...
Yeah, better knowledge. Okay.
You're doing it. You're leading the
Okay.
charge.
Okay.
Then we just
I guess we push forward.
take what we need and go.
Don't do anything. There's much here that we need.
Let's go.
Supplies, food, that kind of stuff. Anything we're running low on,
I
water.
don't think Void eats. Oh, we ate soup that one time. Yeah, when he almost died.
We got super sick.
And then teleported away.
Yeah, you guys fly to that area, and after a few days, hanging. This seems to be like a single kind of cooling rod shaped structure that like connects to the ceiling, but this is days and days down, and it's still hanging down like a stalactite. It's a large kind of soul steel rod that's made of that same material the rest of Autocthonia is made out of, that kind of composite, super strong foundation metal. And it has like spider-like walkways splitting out of it, connected to other rods in the area. And they seem to be, every hour or so, they rotate like clockwork, like the whole assembly. Kind of like think of it like the rods of a Gatling gun, how they're all connected, hanging down from a ceiling and twisting every once in a while.
Cool.
Smog is being filtered through it, and different types of smog are being ejected out.
Okay. Continue onwards.
This is where you had to go.
Okay.
Yeah, we go up the tube that void went up.
Yeah, the tube void went up, is sealed, but basically after a while, it and the section it's on will line back up and you'll be able to go up through it. The other solution is starting to tear and shoot your way through.
No, might as well wait. I mean,
Well-
how long does it take?
Month.
Oh, right.
If it's sealed, then night power.
It's not sealed.
Oh,
It's like,
alright.
yeah, like your night power wouldn't let a carriage get here quicker, because the carriage isn't sealed away from you, it's just over there.
Well, I guess we should
Well-
punch a hole.
Yeah,
Killer Queen, would you like
punch
to
a hole
punch?
at wherever.
I can use stronger than you to pull it into.
Which kind of
Alignment.
power that lets you punch
This,
through anything?
Oh, no, don't watch that video, dude.
What is it?
The tarantula molting out of its skin.
In time lapse.
Okay.
I want to see that.
You can use stronger than you, but this structure is gigantic.
Yeah.
If it's two of them use stronger than you, then they're
Oh, wait, this
stronger
is-
than
All of
them.
Well, this is against another opposing creature or
you-
any other exercise of strength, actually.
You had something that was.
You can give it a try. This would basically be the
punching
same as shifting a
holes
mountain.
Yeah. And I'll activate a miracle as well on top of it.
And these two can work together.
Not to
Yeah.
mention TJ.
Stronger than
Well,
you.
imagine he has a lot of strength. Can't I channel my stuff
It's just a
through him?
horse rider, but you're strong.
Yeah, I can channel my stuff through him.
All right, the two of you. What's going to help you push them? Like you need a jetpack or something.
Doesn't TJ have like.
Yeah.
How would the mechanics of that work? Like he can do, because he's just like flying and stuff. What's the Killer Queen doing? Staying on top and also pushing?
Yeah.
Acrobatics.
Oh, okay. All right, so you're just jumping off the two of them, kicking.
Yeah. Hip checking it every time.
All right. After about 5 days of this, you get into alignment.
Jesus.
Killer Queen's
Just-
like, I need a hip replacement, Majestic.
Don't
I'm like,
you
geez, I
have
thought
to
we were a
sleep?
few decades off that at least.
Doesn't the Killer Queen have to, like, sleep and stuff?
Not 5 continuous
Actually,
days
I don't
of it.
think she
Just
does
Well, I can go 5 continuous days. I don't know if anybody else can. I don't
it
have to
takes
eat,
about
sleep,
5
or drink.
days.
Okay.
I have supplements.
Oh yeah, you can just every like day you're just like, oh, I'm up.
Oh my. That's bad.
Yeah, when you guys see these columns, it looks like parts of it have been twisted out of place and some parts have been sheared, but you've basically gotten the tube and the kind of bracketing inside to kind of lock it into the right area.
We should hurry because it's going to
Yeah.
start causing maintenance issues, and this area is going to fill with maintenance drones
Yeah.
soon,
Let's fly on through.
if it hasn't already.
All right.
Well, we've been doing this for 5 days and nothing happened. So
Yeah, but things might have been, 5 days away.
in darkness.
You go into the kind of wind chime shaped structure and start flying up the tube. And when you get to the top of it, it branches off into kind of like a web of different pipes and tubing. And based on the schematics you have, Nello's intuition, and your ability to navigate, you pick the correct one and start flying through that. As you go, the tube starts getting smaller and smaller and smaller until it's just a bit bigger than the periphery of your ship.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. And you basically have to like rotate past certain like sticking out parts of it.
Look outside, Seawolf. Isn't this cozy?
Well, yeah, I know I'm
Well, this is
doing
us
what I
too.
can here.
Imagine if we got wedged in here. We would never get the ship out.
I can walk
Yep.
it.
I mean, we'd get in so deep that we couldn't even open the doors.
Yeah, no. It's fine. It's
I
fine.
forgot you were claustrophobic.
Oh my Christ, right?
It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna make it. No big deal.
I swear, if you limit break, I'm just gonna throw you out.
I'm at 5.
You're more than me,
Fucking people.
even after Thorns somehow.
All right. This eventually opens up into a funnel formation, and you leave this area of the pool of smoke and enter another one. What do I got for this? Let me pause. You guys exit the tube of the kind of funnel-like opening, and you are in a smog storm. It's a twisting, spherical kind of marble of smog that's being compacted down by essence, and there are things flying all around it. Large, meaty, mechanical creatures, gremlins, broken machine gods, are flying around this orb, which is about, the size of a small island. Yeah.
Okay, I
The
guess.
area around is clear here.
Well, let's try to skirt around it and not draw attention, but I know it won't work, so...
I mean, I can draw fire again.
And they're around like a marble of
About an island. It's the size of like an island. Like a big plate of land-sized orb of compacted smog, and the air around is kind of clear, and there's just gremlins flying around.
How much you want to bet gremlins are under void? Since he could raise zombie armies, it's not unreasonable, right?
Well, one way or another, that thing looks important, so...
Should at least check it out.
Okay, would you like me to clear it out?
Sure.
I don't know, maybe if we just flare, maybe Void will just recognize us if it is him.
Okay, I take out my gun and shoot them.
You shoot it?
The gremlins everywhere. Right?
Like, you just start shooting at the gremlins?
Will that get their
Wait.
attention?
That's gonna
Well,
be,
mob
yeah,
of
let's,
gremlins? No.
yeah, I don't really,
Let's just fly through
if we're gonna attack it, I'll use my mob killing thing, if anything, instead of just shotting one of, like
My
a
gun
100
is a
friggin'
mob
Yeah, his
killer.
creatures.
Gun is a mob killer.
I shoot all of them at the same time.
But
apparently
Every
you
one
have
of them.
Death Blossom mode on your gun.
Okay. So, you want to...
Alright, you start mass killing gremlins.
Fine. Let's kill them.
Alright, you step outside and start shooting them down with your artifact. What was it? An artifact?
The Conquering Ray of the Sun.
What is it?
An essence cannon, I guess. It will be the...
Alright, it's an artifact essence cannon. That's fine. Yeah, you kill all of these gremlins. The marble of smog stops spinning and starts dissipating.
Okay.
As it does, the center reveals itself. There is a large plate of twisted, rusted steel, soul steel, charred and corrupted adamant, shattered tubes of moon silver. It's a irregularly shaped platform with essence turbines and jets on it. Some of them are just sputtering out sparks and broken fire. It's probably about the size of Supreme Omega Weapon. It's a city that's flying, and it's infested with meat.
Okay.
This is like their home thing.
I guess this time it's time to break it down.
It is several orders of magnitude bigger than you all.
That hasn't stopped that before, now has it?
So, do you sense void in there?
There's some sort of barrier.
Or I guess any
This is
input...
where the whatever of prophecy was leading us? This is a little bit weird.
Minister or something?
Center of the greater spell.
Against the city?
Yeah, there's a barrier?
Yeah.
You mentioned? Yeah.
Probably the charm barrier.
Alright, you begin casting, and as it hits, your spell breaks upon its shell as the apostate metropolis spends effort to dispel.
Oh my.
Oh, yeah, right. Metropolis is shit.
Near the center of the irregularly shaped city, there's like holes in its structure. There's buildings that have collapsed in that have been like stitched together and are like pumping essence and materials everywhere. This thing's mining a bowl of smoke for gremlin parts. A flare fires up and starts arcing towards you.
Fuck.
Dodge.
Can I move to deflect that for them, or?
Probably.
It's slow. It's in a slow ballistic arc.
could probably
I
just
should be able
go
to
and punch
ball
it.
it. Like, oh. Well, if it's seeking it all, then.
Literally, if it's slow, we can just move out of the way.
Yeah.
All right. It
Why
gets
would it
down
be
a bit
having
below
effect?
you before it detonates, and there are thousands of about fist-sized spider-like gremlins made of hands and machinery, basically gliding their way through the smog towards your ship.
Okay, someone take the wheel. I'm gonna be shooting all those little fuckers down. Kill.
I don't think anybody else has.
Huh?
I don't think anybody else has pilot skills.
Majestic?
No. I mean, I'm sure I can fly stuff because I'm really good at
Well, yeah,
artifact
you
and
can
lore,
just-
but like I don't have
force
anything
it with
special
your-
for it.
You can
Yes,
just
do
force
I.
it with your essence, technically.
Nightman looks concerned.
Okay. Should we fly away or killing it?
I don't think you can kill this.
Huh.
That looks like a gremlin. That looks like a gremlinized metropolis.
I guess we'll be plugged into the man, so yeah, we have an infinite supply of.
No, it's moving. Look, it's mobile.
Can
We knew about this.
we like disable the engines that aren't already broken and just let it fall?
We'll probably fly away faster than it catch up to us, hopefully.
It's rotating very slowly at like less than miles per hour, but underneath the undercarriage of the city are collections of tubes and tendrils and digging tools and like large skeletal hands tipped with drills. They're just holding onto the undercarriage. So, like, if it were to get close to the ground, it would just kind of unfurl itself like a flower and start digging and tearing through the Great Maker's body. This thing cores through his organs like a worm through a rotting
No
apple.
wonder he's fucking dying. Jesus Christ.
It's one of his chosens.
It's literally boring through his bones.
This thing's barrier just protects it against like magic and charms, right? It's not a physical barrier, right?
You don't know.
I'll jump out of the ship.
Let's find out.
All right. As you approach it, you can feel a sort of pressure in the area. There's a sort of almost lightning field around it. Like, getting close will complete the circuit, and you'll just get zapped.
I am doing lightning.
That's
Yep.
actually very fortuitous.
Yeah, I have an invincible defense against electricity, cold, and injure sound.
All right, that arc goes off and would have definitely done some damage if you weren't immune to lightning, and you land on the streets of the Gremlin City.
What seems to be causing the electricity?
Just structures all around that are plugged into the superstructure.
Can I start tearing those apart?
Sure, they're giant buildings that are generating an arc field.
Yeah, okay, I'll try to tear down enough that I can make an opening for everyone else to get in.
Okay, the music's changing now. You've engaged the city. I'm gonna pause.
Shit.
Okay.
I like when things have built-in bombs.
Bottle sheet.
You engage with the Gremlin City. As you land on its streets and run to one of its charm-based generator facilities, gremlins pour out by the thousands. This is their breeding ground.
Oh, joy.
Twisted and mutated machine spirits and mortals that have been like infected and purified, going through Chrysalis, just stream out of buildings, sewer gratings, access tunnels. As you're walking by like little grates that like make up walkways on the city, like hands start pushing their way through, breaking their own bones to get through the little metal slits to grab at you. Oh. Some of those engines that are like broken and spewing out essence, they stop, rotate, fall down, but they're on kind of like a hammer T-bar, and just hang below the city and open up kind of like a nozzle or a flower, and ships start flying out towards you.
Great.
About 3 times the size, plated in skin and bone. They look like warships that have been repurposed to still be warships, just gremlinized. There's crew on board. You can see with your perfect vision into the cockpits, and it's like mortal smog diver pilots that have been like stitched and welded into the consoles and are like part of it, all H.R. Giger style.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Punch it.
I'm gonna punch it. Punch it right in the nose.
Okay. You take care of the big guys.
So you guys get to go first.
Hooray.
Okay, so we've got the Metropolis of this. Those ships flying towards us.
10 ships.
Okay. Is that a mob or...
Should there be a mob of ships? Are ships worthy foes?
These ships are creatures, and you're supposed to mob them up. So yes, they are a mob of creatures.
Splendid.
Oh, so I can just use my,
Yes, we both can.
Sweet.
They're definitely worthy, though.
Oh, no, I can't then. Worthy foes are unaffected by my fire kind of thing.
Against mob. Okay.
This thing has many more hit dice than you.
Okay.
Well, Killer Queen, have fun. We've got a bunch of ships to deal with.
My
As
also
soon as
still
the
works.
hull, I'll come down there and clear those mobs up for you. That should be a problem. Blast them all with my cone thing, but
I'm going to pause. All right, what are you guys doing?
I shoot at the ships. What's their AC?
0.
Here.
fun.
No, I miss. Let's roll dailies, perhaps.
I have them.
What's
I
yours?
have 4 in the bank.
I guess I'll do my...
So hit dice is
Zero
not
comment?
something I actually use if I pile hit. Right? That's for
No,
like
it loses its hit dice first.
like,
And if it goes to 0, your mech's scrapped, and then it goes to you.
oh, okay.
So it's an extra hit point bar.
Oh, that's its health. Okay, got it.
I missed.
Okay.
Oh.
What is their
0.
AC 0 for the
Mob.
Yeah.
mob? Really? Wow. I miss as well then.
How much do you have to roll to hit these things?
20.
Oh, you have to roll 20? Oh, I have to roll an 18. I only get a +2 for...
No, you get a +7, +2.
Wait.
Your strength is +3, is it not?
Oh, is that I get to stat on
So
top
you-
of my
you
normal
get-
stuff then?
+3, +7, so
Yeah,
you
boss.
have to
Roll damage. You hit with the War Strider 3 times. Okay, the Wanderer does 6 damage to the swarm, to the fleet.
Yeah.
Alright, Majestic. I mean,
Killer Queen.
Killer Queen.
I was like,
I'm gonna grab
what am
one
I
of those
gonna do?
Tesla rods or whatever it is that's creating the barrier, and I'm going to attack it, basically.
The Tesla rod is a structure. It's a building.
Yeah, so I'm going to attack
It's like
the...
a skyscraper.
Yep.
Okay. It's not something you're just yanking out of the ground. It's an entire
yeah, I have
building.
Fist of Black Iron, which... no, wait, no, that's not the one.
Damage increases your hit now.
Shattering Hand, which
Okay.
can destroy barriers and shit like that.
Let me just pause so I can read Shattering Hand. Yeah, you're attacking... This alchemical's a character sheet you're attacking.
Oh, okay. Then I'm attacking it.
Yeah.
What's its AC?
0.
0. Hit. So automatically do 4 damage, and Freya 4 to surrounding gremlins.
Okay. And Freya 4 surrounding gremlins. Gotcha. Alright, so yeah, you walk up to the building and just start wailing on it.
Mhm.
Alright, you start punching out the corner, smash into the side of it, trying to undermine its structure. Alright. Yeah, you could say that's how that works. That would make sense for mechanics. Alright. Ian and the Majestic? Did you already go, Ian?
where you going?
Dodge.
Like I can get out my bow and arrow, but I mean,
The ship has weapons, doesn't it?
No.
Oh. Build weapons for the ship really quick.
Cast some magic.
Don't you have sorcery?
Hey, but that's cool. So you can cast some magics.
yes.
You basically have every spell because you guys all spent time learning each other's spells.
Grinding gear.
You can't just yell a name and expect me to know what the spell does.
Remember when we last fought him? There was that ball of destruction.
I think I'm the only one with throne level.
Oh.
No, I have thrown.
Oh, okay. Then you probably know the Grinding Teeth of God, which you should look at.
You should really look that spell up. I'm going to pause again. Okay, so I started recording again. Alright, so you cast Grinding Teeth of God
Yes.
on the fleet.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wait, are they flying? That won't do anything. What?
Yeah, they move away. I think we want to cast on the
On the main
alchemical.
thing, yeah.
The Metropolis. It's so slow.
Will that do anything to it?
No, because it'll dispel it. Because it also has machine protocols.
Cause it's a big spell.
Can no sell it? Like,
Spells? Yeah, man.
I didn't think you could just automatically dispel
It wouldn't be
those.
automatic, but it would happen almost instantly and be a waste of a turn. So I'm warning you about that before you invest your resources into it.
And I bet you he has like all the effort in the world.
Oh.
He has a fair amount of effort compared to you people.
Like, it doesn't say that it's just the ground, so I guess it can,
Oh no, you can do space.
yeah. So yeah, I can do the fleet then, that's fine.
Alright.
So living creatures that keep moving can pull away from the grinding gears and suffer only 1d20 damage.
Okay.
We just.
Alright, so you're going for a Sun Smite instead against the Gremlin City?
Yeah.
Alright, roll damage.
No, wait, not the
the-
city.
this
The
ship.
fleet.
Okay, roll damage.
Oh, they won't know something.
They're not exalts. They're
Yeah.
monsters.
Yeah, exactly. So that's fine. That's good.
Well, the Metropolis could have protected them, but no.
Yeah,
Why?
he
They
probably
could always get more.
Yeah.
exactly.
He's not thinking ahead where he might actually lose this or something. He's just like, oh look, things to attack.
30 in total.
No, not in total. And we're back. 8 total damage from the Sun Smite as a searing beam of sunlight fires through the fleet.
Comes out of nowhere.
From us.
Yeah, I guess it would originate for us.
Oh, it comes from your ship, a little laser beam. Alright, that's all of you. Gremlin fleet's turn. It attacks... Oh, no, wait, no, not the Gremlin fleet. Alright, Nightman. Nightman pulls out his essence disc and starts hucking it at the fleet.
Oh, Tron.
He even has the martial art for it, wounding gear style.
Oh,
Nice.
So, wounding gear style, he starts wrecking into that fleet.
Oh yeah, he's
Lovely.
built for this shit too. We're golden.
Oh, yeah, he has anti-gremlin charms. He had those socketed in beforehand.
I would hope so.
Someone came prepared.
I'm surprised none of us tried that. Built an artifact for
We
you
can't
with
suck.
some anti-gremlin charms. That might have been nice.
That would involve us being intelligent.
Yeah, that would involve us going off full cocked instead of half cocked.
Planning ahead.
All right.
I just start half.
So yeah, that plasma disc burns through one of the ships and crashes it, and cuts across the cockpit of another and decapitates the crew members.
This is savage.
Someone's useful.
Anvil of the Night puts out his ice hand, and a shard fires out and detonates into the fleet. Or not Anvil of the Night,
Wolf
sorry.
Hunter?
Wolf Hunter.
I'm like,
okay.
I invited him.
We're taking Wolf Hunter.
Okay.
I invite
So-
him every time.
He does a smite with the word of sky, which is basically ice.
Look at him, he's helping so much.
Everybody's helping. Except Nello.
Yes, Nello.
Nello the Terrible. Nello the Atrocious.
Nello breathes.
Oh, can we
He
actually
was
change his
successful.
name in the history
Nello
books?
starts leading the fleet. Charge on the wars.
Nello
No, come
the
on.
Shitty.
Again, Nello breathes. He was successful. Today was a good day.
I did not die.
I hate him for literally no reason. He's a little
No,
bit
we-
mouthy sometimes, and we're just so
He's
shitty
blatantly
with him.
disrespectful when we asked him to stop.
He's a little bit mouthy.
We've killed for
Maybe
less.
He's
Sometimes.
like,
We have killed for less.
Maybe he's a bit slow.
I mean, we keep the Wanderer around.
Hey, I represent that.
Anvil of the Night takes out his power bow, notches a few arrows, and starts firing them. Goes like, probably 5.
You're like, GIF is still going.
Alright?
Every time I look over at your screen.
Right? The Rose Black just kind of hangs out the ship, ready to defend it against gremlins that get on board. She starts like shooing away the little monsters that are clinging to the hull.
that's fair.
Arzak does nothing. Knight of Curses does nothing. Strega fires his arm cannon off. Another one kind of starts crashing. Baiju does nothing.
I think she has one offensive spell.
Catholic Nello does nothing.
Stands there victoriously.
Voice of Apostate does nothing.
Jesus Christ, why do we bring these people?
It's an aerial fight!
Yeah, it's
pricks!
Grow wings,
No.
jerks!
Not, like even I'm not at my element here. I'm trying to like jump
That's what I'd be
dramatically
doing.
between things.
Would it be a question of...
I'm not really a jumpy character.
What do the bad guys do?
Oh, the gremlins? In the gremlin city, the swarm attacks the killer queen.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay, we fought off thousands before. It's not like...
Yeah.
3 straight damage.
Killer Queen is dead!
Yes, that one shot.
Yeah, you're just done.
Those alarm bells that I keep playing as a sound effect go off, and nearby a silo, like a large soul steel silo capped with star metal, opens up and telescopes down, revealing a large Titanic apostate. Its multiple spider eyes light up, and it moves towards you.
I'll be with you in a second.
Then the city takes an action and attacks your ship.
Oh, no.
The rings of the Gremlin City start to like open up and widen as cannons bristle on the underside. They light up in an array as they all kind of charge together into one cannon, like basically kind of like how the phaser effect goes in Star Trek. And they fire a torrential blast of essence at your ship.
How about our support character dispel this attack?
Yeah, one of the guys that just did nothing last time, maybe?
No, you can block with your sword.
Well, they're exalted. They have essence to spend.
Yes.
One of them should know sell it for the ship.
Rose Black won't be able to. Knight of Curses won't be able to. Neither will Baishu or Nello.
But your ice hand could.
Ice Hand already went.
Yeah.
He did his smite.
Oh yeah, he has to do it. No, it uses up his next turn if he wants to offensively dispel, doesn't it?
What did Wolf Hunter have? Did he have a sword?
I'm pretty sure he just has ice arm,
He just
doesn't
had
he?
an ice arm.
I think he's just a melee guy like me.
No, he had a sword. He was attacking you with a sword. I'm almost certain.
I don't know, look at his
Now he has a sword.
There isn't one.
Oh,
Yeah, I
there's your
thought he had like
problem.
the big diclave or something like that.
Yeah, he has a Diclave.
Sure.
Okay.
So, yeah, he hefts his Diclave and will spend his next action offensively deflecting the blast.
Good
It
man.
fires off somewhere else into the pool of smoke.
Picturing
Just like it cuts to like
and
Autocthonia
Black's dad,
orphanage.
like, bonding over one arm stuff.
Oh my god.
Children and bunnies
Also,
go
their
flying.
hatred of me, probably. Rose Black's grandfather.
Alright, your guys' go again.
So the
What are you
ships
doing,
gonna
Killer
attack?
Queen?
The ships, the small ships gonna attack?
Oh yeah, I guess they will attack. They'll all just attack you. Your ship. They're all swarming in on your sky ship.
Okay. Someone else, deflect!
There's no deflection. This is just a straight up
Okay.
attack roll.
Yeah. And also, I want to use my turn, attacking.
1 damage. I'm keeping track of your skyship's health in my head.
Oh, hardcore.
The skyship doesn't have a lot of health. It has like 10, 15 hit points.
Oh, shit. You guys are going to be riding...
It's a miracle of science. It can fly. It's not built for war.
You guys are going to be riding on my fucking
Well, it was
Godwalker on the way
I
out.
have a cloud.
Should have
My
taken
Godwalker
your
has-
fucking War Striders that have like 30 hit points.
My War Strider has room for 100. Nope.
Should have.
Or just bring the TV.
Alright, now it's you, Killer Queen.
Queen turns around to face this other guy. Oh, I didn't see you there. Kind of adopts a Belle Ice stance and then kicks her leg up while she's stretching into the building while she's facing this guy
Okay,
for just an attack.
awesome.
17. So that's 4 damage. And
Okay.
Fray again, which doesn't hit this guy, but it hits gremlins.
Gremlins die around you.
Oh, peril.
So yeah, that's my go.
Alright, you guys.
You get 1 pearl point.
Okay, I aim it with my gun, and I shoot at the ships properly this time.
Go for it.
Try and hit
Whoa.
this time.
Okay, 21 damage.
21 total.
Straight.
Alright.
Jesus.
Several more just blow up and detonate.
Each turn, every turn.
Jeez.
I miss on a natural 2, because on a one-handed reroll.
Wow. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to attack the swarm again. Oh. Hit. I had to roll more than 8, so the second one misses.
Why don't you clear out a fucking space to roll on?
Oh, thanks. Hit. I want to lose some dots teeth on the last.
Alright, roll damage.
So, 2, so that's...
1.
Yeah, 1. 4, so...
1.
2... No, because it should be 8 total, right? Plus 4?
No, the plus 4 is to the die roll, but the die roll doesn't affect this. Oh, 8, yeah, no,
Yeah.
sorry, I got you. I got
Yeah,
you.
so that's 2, and then this one's... Well, that one was straight, so it was actually just 8 damage. Because I only hit twice.
So all together?
Altogether?
8 and 2, so 10.
Okay.
Shh, it's late. Math is hard. Almost done now.
I jump between the ships, just mauling them with my scythe.
Alright. So a lot of them are heavily
damaged.
damaged. They're just splitting open, spilling out their like flexible wire and cable tubing and machinery.
I'm keeping an eye on the Killer Queen to try and see if she can get down that barrier. I hit, and they take 6.
Okay.
How many ships are left?
Out of the 10, probably like 3 or 4.
Okay. Much less than. I should probably open the battle sheet though.
Okay. NPC's turn, I guess.
Yes. Nightman continues attacking. 2. Wolf Hunter jumps onto one and takes a strike at it.
Okay.
The Rose Black hangs back. Arzak hangs back. Then if Curses hangs back, Strega fires at the swarm. Okay. And Catholic Male and Voice of Apostate do nothing. Yeah, with your concerted efforts this turn, that takes down the fleet. The fleet starts falling out of the sky and breaking apart.
Okay.
Let's go beat the boss.
Minor victory.
All right.
Fight things.
Yeah.
So, back at the Gremlin City, because it's turn now. Several more of the underside starts opening up as those arms and tubing and tentacles just kind of drape down under the city as a swarm of about 30 more of those ships flies out. From various towers and pipelines and refineries and cooling tower, nuclear plant cooling towers. Smaller gremlins start pouring out, as well as there's 1 or 2 large ones. One's just a giant observatory eye made from buildings and stripped out charms and alchemical pieces, and they're just kind of floating towards you guys. So you have 2 individual swarms and 2 worthy foe CPU lasers.
Okay. Sure.
Well,
Meanwhile, the Apostate Colossus gets its turn. It is going to hit you straight.
Okay. Testing the thoughts.
Okay,
The queen just punches the building again. Just
Go for it.
staring it in the eyes. She's like,
all right. Now take 11.
okay. And also I hit the building for 4.
4, perfect.
11 damage.
That's good.
That's it.
We still have your ship though, right?
Yes.
yeah. I think we might have too many people to fit on it, but
No,
I've got room on my War
It
Strider
can
too.
fit,
So.
fit the people. It can't fit your war fighter though.
No.
Might not be able to fit a supplies either, but
But my War Strider does have room. It has space for 100 people, so.
okay.
And we did settle on not taking
Blessing, benediction,
that guy.
all iniquitous.
There we go, the Nicholas.
The Gremlin City takes its action and it attacks you.
Okay.
So basically, one of the buildings up above telescopes open, and a sort of blossom of fire of essence cannons goes off and shoots you.
Gonna no-sell it.
Just a straight up no sell against the attack.
Physique, yep.
What?
I'm moving my leg. Don't.
Well, then I'm not coming over here. You're vibrating in territory.
All right, awesome. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, I just use
Physique.
physique to,
Sure, that works.
just take it to the chin.
All right, yeah, you absorb them. Your guys' turn.
Okay. I take aim at the next biggest swarm and shoot.
Okay.
So I hit for 21, and every other opponent gets 2 fray die. 2 damage.
Okay.
Oh shit, I forgot about Frey die.
Yeah, everybody remember your fray die.
Oh yeah, I do. Okay, I start jumping between the swarms, and I hit, just mauling them as much as I can. Hit for 6.
Frey die is D8, isn't it? And so long as
Yeah, your fray die does a max of 2.
Yep.
So it's a D8.
All right, how much damage do you do?
I do 6. I always do. If I hit, I always do 6.
And how much did you do?
21, and 2 on everybody else.
Okay. What do you do?
I'm gonna attack the fleet since there's still not a hole for me to go through in that field to help kill the queen.
All right.
Oh, you could just take the damage and go through. No, so that's
Yeah, but I was gonna try and do that, but then 30 more ships came out, and I was like, "Fuck!" Actually, I want to try and not attack the fleet. I want to attack like the laser things that are worthy foes. So it'll probably do more damage if they're worthy foes, right? So biggest threat is usually what I go for. And that's, yeah. So that's a 1.
Miss.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a hit, and that's a hit. So what am I? 15, so 4, 8, so 2, and 10, so 4. So
10 damage.
yeah,
Okay.
and then
You punch into that
Frey.
observatory thing, that observing eye, and shatter in some of its superstructure. And there's just an entire crew of gremlinized people inside prepping and maneuvering it.
Hi. Cool.
All right.
How much damage does an exploding hearthstone do?
I don't know. A lot? All right. Kevin, I guess it's your go.
Oh, okay.
Or wasn't it? Did we already do you?
This
No,
turn-
he used
yeah,
fashion and
yeah.
thought, so
Yeah.
I don't know if that does anything to its next
That's
turn.
your
Okay.
go, dude.
So here's a question, because I have a free solar miracle. If I use that smite, Sunstrike, it says, because different games, summoned entities, angels, and uncreated always take 1d10 damage. Since this thing is like abyssal and
That would probably fall under the Creature of Darkness purview, which this thing definitely is.
okay, yeah. So heart starts throbbing, and the sun starts pouring through her skin, and she activates Sunstrike on the not the Colossus, but the
The Gremlin City?
yeah.
It no sells. It absorbs the attack and just adds it to its capacitor bank.
It's got a boatload of effort, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, probably
Yeah.
got more effort than all of us
So-
combined.
is going to be tricky.
Yeah.
We won't build that effort tap it.
So we should be buffing ourselves up rather than trying to.
I am very worried about you guys attacking this thing super half-cocked.
That's always how we do it.
I mean,
I'm full
I'm
blown
not
here.
worried.
About if we have his ship, because we still have the option of crashing the one we're in, getting out of it first, and then crashing it into the city. Also, we have at least 2, probably a bunch more Hearthstones we can also explode.
Just rig them all to
I
blow
don't
and
PSP this
impact.
time, we have a bunch of other shit that we
Alright.
So I think those
So,
are
like,
NPCs.
I don't know how bad the fight's going. It doesn't seem like it's going bad, but if it starts going bad, remember that that's not.
Or if the ship's about to die anyways, because
All
it
right.
only has a few hit points.
The 4 opponents in the swarm,
Well, no, NPCs first. On
Oh,
your
okay.
Side. Hey?
okay.
Then it's achievable.
I don't know. I guess they're thankful, but keep an order. Going.
It doesn't matter. I don't care. Nightmare attacks. Angel of the Night has a bow.
Oh, yeah.
And then, are you attacking Majestic or no?
Could be dispelling.
Hey, you can smite the fleet again.
Alright, I just went through. So they attack that one, the new fleet of 30 ships, and start tearing through it.
Okay.
It's at half health, so hooray.
Oh, half the ship's already gone.
More docking bays on the gremlin cities start opening up, and more gremlins start preparing to release.
Oh my god, I need to destroy those fucking bays.
Or flee.
Also, there's noises coming from the city. Loud, klaxony, screamy noises. Kind of like what you'd hear from a dolphin if you were torturing it.
Never tortured a dolphin. I am just, you know,
decent.
good, sane people don't
Peter,
torture.
with your perfect vision, there are shapes in the smog moving closer in on the gremlin city in mass.
Shapes in
Okay.
the fog.
Right, about
It's
to get
calling
Zerd
more
Rush.
gremlins to it.
Boy, Killer Queen, do you have that thing that lets you basically teleport away?
Yeah.
I can just jump, yeah.
Okay, because we also have this other power that lets us pass small objects between each other, which means you would get past any defense it has because you're already in the city.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
means I can pass you a Hearthstone that's in the process of about to explode. You
Oh, just what I always
put
wanted.
it in like it's
Bomb.
like gullet, and then like jump / teleport out of there. Is anyone else on the city? Because if not, this is a really good plan.
That's
Nobody else is on the city.
Nobody else from us.
I want to get onto the city if he can knock it barriers down, but that's a pretty good plan. Yeah.
Technically, couldn't I just flickering advance past the barrier?
Yes.
You give it a try.
I mean, I don't want to because I'm doing this right
Offensive
now,
as
but
well.
So yeah, like I'm gonna do.
I just
what
like
said.
disappear and like reappear at the barrier, just like.
You're gonna pass him up exploding Hearthstone then?
Yeah, like not like it's about to explode in her hand, but
But
Yeah.
5 seconds.
As soon as it comes in contact with Killer Queen DNA, it explodes.
Everyone in the combat takes 17 damage as all of the fleets mass attack everyone in the combat because of how swarm rules work.
God damn it! So wait, how much did
you're
you
only
take?
17.
Yep.
Can we know? Is it individual like separate attacks or is it
Yep.
single?
Individual separate attacks.
Can I use my artifact armor inside my?
4 individual attacks, basically.
Okay. We're down to 22.
I want
I know what I'm doing
to
on my
sell
next
that
turn.
if I can.
Phew.
With my armor or
Heal
just my
everybody
effort.
on my next turn.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just use my effort to sell it. Martial arts or something. Just deflect it.
I'm just trying to keep track
Don't
of
use your
people's-
effort to dispel it.
Why?
Because you have to use 4 effort to dispel 4 attacks.
I thought it was 4 attacks on 40 people.
No, on all of you guys. It's just physical attacks
And
from the swarm.
I'm gonna heal you next turn.
Okay,
I
then.
can't heal 17, but I can heal
Okay, yeah, no, I'll take the damage.
some of it.
I've
Right?
got a lot of health. I'll take the damage. How much was it? 17?
Also, it doesn't come from you. It comes from your War Strider.
Oh, yeah, right. Forgot about that.
All right. The Colossi attacks you, Killer Queen.
Okay.
can
All right.
I do the average what you say I was going to do?
Oh, it's the monster's turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
That turn.
Well, you weren't here, so all right. What do you want to do?
What I just said.
Okay, but the Killer Queen won't be able to escape because she doesn't have a turn.
Okay. Then I'll hold it.
Okay.
I just want an acknowledgement of the fact that I even spoke. Like
I'm
it's just
sorry,
an
I
attack and
Take 2, Kevin.
Okay.
Gremlin City's going to smite you.
No sell.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. More gremlins come in from the fog. There are 5 fleets.
I think we're getting overwhelmed.
I'm
Okay,
gonna add those to the roster.
Okay, how about you pass the Hearthstone over, Third Queen and retreat with everybody else, and we dive away from here in the confusion that ensues.
So, the bigger fleets have 80 hit points. You've already killed through one, and you're half through another. But there's another, like 600 hit points worth of monsters.
Oh.
Because this is the raw numbers. This is like you guys hyper drove right into the middle of the realm, in the middle of their army.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start escaping.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a good plan.
Let's pass the bomb and let's escape.
Someone cast flare.
Do we have more than one Hearthstone you can
Was
pass
that
him?
an Unforgotten
We do.
Realms
We probably have
reference?
a bunch, but
I'm man.
I pass him as many as you can to try and blow up as much as
Where are these Hearthstones coming from? What Hearthstones do you
I don't
guys
know.
have?
I don't have
I
any.
know I have one on my crown. I don't know what it does because I've never bothered it before
Okay.
I switched
Oh,
over.
There's a bunch powering your War Strider.
I mean, don't I
Probably
need
take
those?
some spare from the south.
Spares. No, you guys don't have spares. Hearthstones aren't jewelry. Or not jewelry.
No,
They're
no.
not like...
I'm pretty sure I
back up with the cachet egg. I was like, oh, a Hearthstone.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have at least one in my pocket. I'm pretty sure I picked one up at some.
If you guys have Hearthstones that aren't just part of your treasury, define them as an item you guys have.
I don't think you ever told me which one it was.
I don't have to tell you. Make it up.
I didn't know that. You didn't say that then.
You make up everything else about your characters, guys.
You just set up down to Hearthstone.
It's
You're
been
like-
20 years.
and
You
you're
can
like-
have whatever you want.
You're like, I'll tell you later. I'm like, okay.
So tell it now.
I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't know any Hearthstone rules.
Hearthstone.
Just look up Hearthstones in the Exalted. It's totally
I'll just make something up, please. We're gonna
Yeah.
do it anyway.
And we're gonna blow it up anyway. I don't think it matters what it is.
Anyway, on my turn, I'm going to spend the 1 effort and on my scythe. And I'm going to cast Second Spring.
What does that do?
So that's going to heal 4 plus everybody's level. So
Nice.
4 plus your level health. And
Nice.
We're all level, and that's to all 10 of us, or 15 of us.
And everyone's like level 8.
I think we're level 7 currently.
But other people's.
So whatever other people levels they are, 4
Alright,
plus that.
that's good.
So
That's
11.
solid.
So you can all heal that. That's my turn.
Sorry, how much did we heal?
4
11.
plus your level, so 11.
Not your worst strider, though.
Oh,
It has to be repaired.
no, well, then I don't care. I'm fine right now. There's nothing I can do.
Your personal health goes up anyway.
Oh man, my Warfoot Strider gets like disabled. How am I gonna get it out of here?
Right? It's going to fall like a rock
Oh no!
into acid, Trinette.
Shit!
So, what are you all
I
doing?
didn't bring the Iniquitous, which has its repair bay.
So I guess we wanted to have Majestic pass over Hearthstone to detonate. The Queen escapes, gets back to the ship, and we all leg it.
Yeah.
Alright, so Majestic, you, I guess with your hands, because you have that power, find a breaking point on the Hearthstone
Breaking point.
and kind of geomantically crack it, causing it to start to, destabilize, and then you have a trick that you can pass it to the Killer Queen?
It's a spell.
Yeah,
From
that
the
communication thing also lets us pass small objects. There is a chance it can be lost forever, I think.
No. There's a 25% chance it will be dropped somewhere between you and the person you are connecting it to. However, you will see where it's dropped. Not that that matters currently, but... And it can be
1 to
dropped
2.
as close as, right in front of the person.
Nope, it goes through.
Okay.
Sweet.
Oh. Wow.
Well, I told you about it as I was doing it.
This is
Like,
what I always wanted,
this is
Majestic.
now the plan.
Thank you.
This is how I'm going out, I guess. Oh no. She just flicks into the building and leaps.
Alright, through the lightning shield?
Yep.
Alright, you're free falling.
I
Someone
catch
check
you.
me out.
I
Yeah.
catch.
Unlike all you fuckers, I cannot fly.
Yeah, I'll fly down.
I mean, no matter how hard I hit the ground, I'll be fine. But at the same time,
Oh yeah, you're
So
immune to
with
falling
hours to help
damage.
you.
Into acid trinets. Sorry.
In front of my wife.
And my kids?
If I'm falling
No,
into
no,
it,
no.
it's falling damage.
Oh,
I'll
sorry.
be
My
fine.
All right, you guys dive under the city in your wrecked ship and grab the Killer Queen. As swarms, endless swarms of gremlins, probably in the thousands.
This was a bad
Like
idea.
big, huge, those kind of big, huge whale-looking things. Each of them with entire like swarms of land-based gremlins inside of them start converging on the gremlin city.
I don't think points here. Let's go.
By the fuck away.
Geosiri would come out.
Probably. He would have been like, is that those assholes?
Maybe just
Yeah,
climb
It
out of
totally is. What are they doing here?
it. I'm home now.
Good encounter with the gremlin city.
That was a really bad idea. Why did we try to fight it?
Because we had guns and didn't know what to do.
We also didn't know what it was until we started fighting it.
Yeah, that's true. It just looked like
I feel like there's a lesson to be learned there.
Fight everything.
No. Yeah.
Bring thousands
You
of
fight-
dragons, unleash it up on it, and detonate.
What are you talking about? I used battle to gain knowledge on it. You know, if we didn't know what it was, then we fought it, and then we knew what it was.
And then it learns about us.
Doesn't matter what it knows about us. It's not like it can beat us.
Lightning doesn't stop Killer Queen. I have to figure something else out.
Lightning doesn't stop her.
Well, it doesn't. It is falling from large heights, overdoses, a child's love.
Oh,
Why would that kill
Feelings.
you're
you?
like your children are in the room, Killer Queen.
Oh, it
Feeling on
doesn't
myself.
stop you.
Exactly.
Meaning,
Like a football.
And
I'll
yet
give you anything:
stopped it
gold,
that one
chocolate,
time.
children's teeth.
Just like, get over here.
I don't know. In Danger 5, Hitler always offers them gold, frankincense, or children's teeth.
I thought it was gold chocolate or...
I know frankincense comes up at least once. He's like, I'll give you whatever you want: gold, chocolate, frankincense, children's teeth. You know, the things he would want. You guys dive in the smog. Your ship is wrecked.
Oh no.
It took
TJ's
2 damage over its hit max.
Oh my.
How is it
Yeah.
flying right now?
By the graces of the majestic being on board.
Oh, just holding it
Handful of
together.
the night.
They're holding it together with their essence, basically.
Yeah.
Duct tape. Just
So a slow spiral to the bottom.
Well, I could
Well,
Like a
we're going
balloon.
there
I
anyway.
could probably just like grab it and like.
A slow
Are we
spiral
inside
to
of
the
this
bottom.
chandelier thing right now?
No.
That
was
that
way
brought you to
before.
a different part of the pool of smoke.
Oh, okay.
We didn't have it.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys get to the bottom because you need to land this thing and it's wrecked. There are fields of mountains of scrap metal and destroyed bits of landscape-sized machinery that are boiling and melting away in machine stomach acid, rendered down to their constituent metals. There's parts of buildings and parts of large foundries and anvils nearby that you can just land on, and it'll take a few weeks for it to be melted down. You can see people are in here every once in a while being just melted away. Remnants of gremlins from that fight up there are being consumed, just broken down into components to be recycled.
Well, I guess we land somewhere that has components that we use to repair stuff. Get them repairing as we get our bearings.
Yeah, you guys have to spend probably a day to fix the ship, just to get all the parts right and to make sure it's up and running again.
Okay.
What's his name? Caffignello meditates some more. Trying to salvage all of this. You notice something. You're in a different part of the pool of smoke now, but there is a structure really high up. It's smog that's been compacted and hardened into almost like a cloud, and it's carrying aloft a large shogunate-looking palace.
Well, I guess I know where we're going.
And Nello's Nello wakes up and he's like, I had the same vision again with that person in it.
Okay.
She says we should be heading there.
Okay. As soon as Majestic gives us the...
But- It's late. I'm tired and losing focus.
Yeah.
And this is a perfect dropping off point to give you time to prep for part 2, which has a little more back and forth talking as opposed to endless swarms of monsters and danger.
Yeah, it's pretty savage here.
This is not a safe place. None of you are safe.
You know what? After this trip, the Wanderers can be like, we need to move everyone out of there. You cannot live in there. Everyone move to creation. Just Fucking Autocthonia.
Well, okay. That's like saying that you can't live inside of a volcano. Of course you can. You live outside of the volcano. Where the nice fertile ground.
The way you said that sounded like an educational video. Like if they're interviewing like a really happy scientist who is telling you a basic fact about astronomy that nobody would know. You know, it's like people would say that the sun is hot. Well, of course it is. Well, what they don't know is that the surface is actually very cool. Like just it just sounded like that. It's like, of course you can't live in the volcano.
That's pretty much.
All right, this is good. Exciting start. You guys encountered that gremlin city. That was your nemesis from the Uvar invasion, and you're close to finding Void.
Yay. Wait, was that the same Metropolis that we fought before?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the same Colossus he had sent out.
Oh.
He sent a Colossus to secure his position so he could warp in. That entire city would have come on in.
Oh, that was like his avatar kind of thing?
Yeah.
Oh. Son of a bitch. So he recognized us. No, we
Yeah.
destroyed that thing, didn't we?
It escaped.
Got away.
Oh, it escaped? Damn it.
That's not the exact same one. That one's still out there.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. But the
Or they
Gremlin City...
cannibalized it.
The Gremlin City would have ripped its way through Uvar and set up shop at the base of the Imperial Mountain.
And then we would have had to fight it.
In the elemental pole of Earth, right by Meru, and it would have just cored its way up to Meru.
Oh,
I
God,
think
that's
it's
awful.
Spread its
time.
roots everywhere.
That would have been so... Well, we did a good thing. Good thing the mountain folk are communicating with us.
Infected and taken over the mountain folk, because they can actually get those cysts too.
That'd be
And then go to the dark breeds and get them and eat them up.
And we'd just
All
lose,
those
like...
dark breeds would be so
We,
powerful.
like, and because of...
The Realm Civil War would take on a very different tone.
Yeah, because, like, all the
Help
underground
us.
tunnels, we wouldn't notice that everything was infected until it was too late. We'd just lose communication one day.
Well, you know, there are many other Montefolk cities out there.
yeah,
in
I
every
guess they probably
direction.
wouldn't all be infected.
Anyway, this was good,
Sorry,
guys.
you.
This was fun.
These are all my dice.
Yeah. Well, I'll get the rest of the Autochthonian adventure prepped for next time. This is us, signing off.